Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. We're playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition, and this is Flint Steel! Hello, Pete here. Just a brief message before this episode. So, in our continual quest to play Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition the right way, unfortunately, I made a decision which was incorrect. We'd had some feedback on one of our videos that we were doing damage incorrectly, and I decided to correct to what I thought it should be according to the rulebook. However, what I didn't realise was we were doing it correctly all along, and someone had already pointed this out to me in a previous comment, that in the starter set there was a combat example which showed that combining success levels together to get your resultant success level is your damage modifier. So, at the beginning of this video, I will be telling you that we are correcting some rules. I am in fact wrong. The rest of the rules around the creatures, the Fimir, that the party fight in this adventure are correct. So please, apologies. We're always trying to make this the best representation of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition according to the rules as we can. Sometimes we make a mistake. Sometimes I second guess myself. So we're doing damage slightly wrong in this episode. This is a little heads up, but we are well aware of this now, and we won't be doing that in the future. Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Flint and Steel. I'm Pete the Games Master, and in a minute we'll go around and the guys will introduce themselves, who they're playing, and what they've spent their experience points on. But before we do, please don't forget to go and check out our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We have a Discord as well, with a link below. Jim's not on the Discord, so don't worry, you won't have to deal with him. Oh, he is? Shit!
If he wasn't before, he will be soon.
Oh, he is.
We've had a load of people join up recently, so come and join us. We have a new mapping channel where we've got some challenges going on with some people who are looking at different techniques of drawing maps and 3-word prompts to get each other going, which is going to be quite interesting.
And what's the map channel called, Pete?
It's a map!
I like it.
Yes, I changed it.
I need to do that.
We also have our Patreon. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold. Where we're sharing our adventure locations, which I happen to have here. These are maps and adventure locations that I've created. The Abandoned Tavern was given away to all of our patrons in January. And so far our Adventurer tier patrons have got the Smuggler's Hideout. And I'm finishing the Mountain Tollkeep. And then we'll have a vote. We're having a vote right now, I should say, at the link below, for which one our Initiate tier, which is $1 a month, get their hands on. These are sort of 8 to 10 page PDFs with black and white, all colour maps, depending on how I'm feeling. Sort of description, a bit of adventure hooks, a bit of stuff around it. They're kind of open source for fantasy, so please go check them out. Please go and have a look at the Patreon. There's a link below. Excuse me. Please don't forget to also check out our other shows. We have Star Trek Morpheus. Funnily enough, that's our Star Trek show. We had the first episode of that a couple of weeks ago. We have Vostok's Chance. Yeah. We have some of the players in the room here. Vostok's Chance, which is our Scion RPG game, which is now... We just filmed episode 3 last night, which is actually episode 2.
Episode 2.
But there was a session 0.
Yeah.
And apparently there was lots of fun.
It went fine. There were no problems. Everything's fine. How are you?
So please go and check those out as well. And we've got all of our other older shows, Masters and Monsters, whatever ones we've got.
5 Cities.
5 Cities, Eternal Reaches, all of that stuff going on there as well. So please go and check that all out. Anyway, that's probably enough of blurb. Without further ado, we've got a lot to do tonight.
It's going to get busy.
It will. So let's begin on my left.
Hi, I'm Simon. I play Albie. I didn't spend any of my experience points in abject disgust at the fact that my character is required to spend points in consume alcohol when he doesn't drink.
Oh,
Abject disgust.
okay.
Oh, is that a class requirement for your job?
Yeah. A class requirement is consume alcohol. Look, it's right under that, under cavalryman.
Well, they need to know how to booze with the officers.
Well, no, you need the skill. You don't need to drink.
Okay, so
Just saying.
I'm Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello. This is my last session.
No.
I'm playing Seigbert
You're so
Schultz.
beautiful.
I can't help that. It's genetics. And I'm playing Warrior Priest, who's actually now a Warrior Priest. No,
Yay!
so I spent points on leveling up the Warrior Priest, and I have enough left over for a talent. I'm trying to
Get your
decide-
magic.
Yeah, invoke probably.
Yep. Get invoke.
It doesn't.
Because then suddenly you
Oh yeah,
can
you
be
get
like.
a spell.
Yeah, because for a miracle I
That
pay
was-
100 experience.
That was a great
Yeah, but
noise
I
you
think-
just made there.
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's one
capture
with
that.
invoke.
Yeah, I'll
It's
probably
going
be
to be his ringtone.
I'm very tempted to get Dual Wielder just because I want to hit something with 2 hammers.
Ooh.
Not for any actual gameplay reason, just I want to pick up a Fimir weapon at some point and be like, whack hammer! Whack hammer! But
The weapons don't look that great.
dual wielding isn't actually.
Also,
We'll
it
get to
might be-
those in a minute.
Probably.
Bury it in your head.
Might be a bit
Fine.
big for you for dual wield.
Dexterity, because I've got that.
They both give you bonuses.
Wait, there's 2 different skills.
Talents.
Talents.
Yes. Anyway.
Hi, I'm Jim. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here. Thanks.
Yay!
Yay, Heartwind.
Who are you playing?
Oh, Heartwind, the one with the bow. You're choosing some stuff.
You're
Okay.
here, but Heartwind isn't. But will be, hopefully.
Maybe.
Maybe.
At some point, sometime, maybe.
This is Jim, he's playing with Fimir.
The one with the bow. He's hitting people with it.
Oh dear.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Bagric Rolfson, the Dwarf Guard, and I also haven't spent my XP.
You're not just a guard anymore, though, are you?
I'm an Honour Guard.
Honor guard. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lawrence. I'm playing Torvald Rolfson. I'm the Dwarven Scout, and to continue the theme, I haven't spent my XP either.
Did you leave me last on purpose?
We're having a complete inversion. No one spent their experience points apart from Sam.
Yeah!
Hey!
Well, actually, I haven't spent my XP because I was painting.
Oh yes.
That's
What
my
were you
excuse.
painting?
The things that are going to hopefully not murder us horribly.
Shall I flip to the battle
Oh,
map?
we got a button. It's the button.
Ba-bam!
Yay!
Yay!
Surprise!
We don't have the names on this overlay because they look really tiny or they cover everything up.
Yeah, fair.
But everyone knows who everyone is. And you can see our lovely
I've got
battle
a lot
map
more
here.
headroom now as well, so I can kind of do this.
Our lovely battle map. And we have some nice Fimir
I can-
dotted
I can
around.
punch people.
They're not nice.
I know
Fimir
you've
gits.
still got a title. God damn it! I can't
Of course I
He's
have.
the boss.
Well, otherwise it would be like
It's
University
my
Challenge.
show.
We could...
That's a good point, Pete.
And what we have is we have some of our heroes arrayed here. Anyway, you were talking about your character.
Yes, Morgan is gonna hopefully not die.
We'll see.
Yep.
Cool, okay.
It's gonna be my
Life
first
goals.
combat, so
Wicked.
yeah.
Yeah, because we nearly had a combat
Almost.
last time.
And then
But what
Alvin
actually happened
It got
was
Alvin.
destroyed things.
Alvin spent resilience points and one-shotted a chaos
Which
ogre.
was wicked.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we should have a poll, like we used to have a poll, to see who gets a free resilience point. Because let's
Well, I'm
face
afraid
one crit
it would be hard
It
to
will be
win.
me.
It would be the guy
Every
with all the
episode.
friends on
I've noticed
Twitter.
It's okay. I don't mind.
It's mostly
I
Discord.
want to see him critting every
I haven't got a
episode.
name.
Oh!
What's Jim's name?
Oh!
Jim, you just said it. Come on.
Yay!
Ghostly
don't have a
things
name.
going on. No, we will have a name very briefly.
I helped. Perception check.
Past. Please talk to the people while I find... I'm trying to read really small writing from
That
really
says
far
Jim.
away. There you go, look, there it is.
That's massive.
Ah!
Oh!
Oh, God! Ah! No, that's for the Star Trek show.
Or is there like
Every-
oh,
Quick, everyone lean to the left. Oh.
It's okay, that's why we're padding the walls.
No, we're padding the walls because Jim is in the room.
That's why I'm not in that corner anymore.
Right, there we go. That's corrected. There we go. Well done. I thought you were going to say the sound wasn't plugged in. I was going to blow my top. Anyway.
No, it's good.
Yes, I
Okay.
know. Okay, so last time on Flint and Steel, our brave adventurers had found their way to the old hunting lodge near Armdorf. Because you're trying to make your mind up whether to go to the caves or to the old lodge, and you
Or
thought
the
it's down
graveyard.
or the graveyard. And you thought, well, it's down the river, so we'll go there. It's probably be quicker. You got to the old lodge. You found that the stream running past it and into the main river that goes off towards Griswold actually has corruption flowing through it.
Literally.
And it seems that someone, an ogre perhaps, was drinking from that stream and has been corrupted by chaos and brutally murdered all of the gang of people that he was working with.
But it's okay, because then he was brutally murdered by Alvin!
Well, he brutally bashed Alvin around the face, or
Alvin
something.
got a bit of a whooping.
And he was
Yeah.
having none of it.
So the old resilience points came out, and there was some leg chopping.
That's how resilience points work.
Exactly.
Peter rolled 100!
I would also like to point out that up to now, I've been doing some rules wrong
Yeah.
before we continue.
Oh.
So, the big one being damage. I've been adding up the success levels of the opposed test to get a total success level.
Yeah, like mine 3 plus your -2.
Is 5.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
No.
Your 3 plus 3 beats my -2,
Yeah.
and your plus 3,
Okay.
no, your plus 3 is your damage modifier. So what
How
your
would that
success
work
levels?
if you had
So
a
we were
minus?
doing 2...
Well, if you roll a minus, and they
Take
roll
off
an even
damage.
worse minus, you take off the minus. Say you rolled a -2 success levels, but I rolled -5, you would win.
But you
so you
take
would-
-2 off your damage.
Exactly.
But you always do 1 damage.
But you always do at least 1 damage, even after armour and toughness is taken off. So I've been doing that wrong. What I've also done wrong, which might be appropriate today, is large rules. We've been wrestling with this, I'd say, over the season, and we've had some nice feedback from viewers. Thank you very much for chipping in with comments on the videos to help us get this in the right place. But it seems that one of the big things I was forgetting,
One of the big things.
Tish.
is that larger creatures, all successful strikes against smaller targets activate the death blow rule, even if the target survives. Now, the death blow rule is if you kill someone with an attack, you get to make another attack. A bit like cleave in D&D.
So do we normally get to do that, or is
Concern.
that a special thing? So say if we killed
No,
a thing, we
death
get
blow is like a
Talent.
A talent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like. No, check that actually. Roger, you've got a rule book in front of you.
Very shiny one.
The fancy rulebook. It's so pretty.
Yes. They also get the damaging quality. So what I've done is I've done
He's
a little
got a
cheat sheet.
But they only get that in the first round.
Sure,
I
sure.
believe.
I think so. We'll find out,
Oh.
don't worry. You know, I've done a little cheat sheet with monster
How quickly we die.
rules. So that's the problem is the monsters have lots of traits, but then the rules for them are spread over sort of 10 pages, 30 pages later. And I think people will see that I was sort of flipping a lot between pages. Anyway, I've got that all down, so hopefully I'll remember what's going on. So, you guys fought the Chaos Ogre, and then you tracked the stream up to a cave, funnily enough.
And we
Maybe-
went in.
And you went in.
Because that's a
Okay.
great idea.
Yes, death blow isn't actually a core rule; it's an optional thing. So if basically
think-
if they get it, we get it.
It's... Whoa.
Yeah, if it's
Who's in
optional,
charge?
everybody gets it.
You can, as long as someone's in range.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a
But-
melee attack, isn't
yeah.
it?
So
Yeah. So it's not like Harkonnen can go...
And just kill everyone in the room.
however, say for example that Alvin had
Like the dude in Hawk the
like
Slayer.
10 things around him.
Yeah.
He can keep going up to his weapon skill bonus, so you could end up killing like 4 or 5 dudes.
Yeah. Like Great Cleave in D&D. So, there are a few things we missed out. So we will try and keep to that. So you guys made your way into this cave system, which was natural. There was this little stream coming through it. Hartwin has now caught up with you, and he has a small lead box in his possession that he got from Romilda, the blacksmith. I think that was her name.
Yes, it
referring
was
to my
Romilda,
notes.
yeah.
So you
I
have
have a thing for Romilda. Who's the one that Alvin had? A
no.
thing for?
That was
Berglinda.
Oh, it's Berglinda.
Berglinda, but then there was also another one.
Oh,
in the
Miss
recent,
Adelina Falkenberg.
Adelina Falkenberg.
There was Adelina Falkenberg, but there's also another one. Erin Troud Bayer was the lady that you were
Yeah.
trying to become friends with.
Yeah.
I think is the right
Intimate.
term. No. Well, I'm sure he was. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So, you guys made your way through a series of natural caverns. Go on.
Sorry.
Do you
Are
want me to-
Fimir greenskins?
No.
Look at the miniatures.
What if we dip them in the river?
Well,
They're a long way away.
They're
No,
not.
greenskins covers things like orcs, goblins, etc.
yeah,
Yes,
but
hobgoblins
going
and
as
stuff
far as
like
Fimorians, but it doesn't.
No. So, they made their way through the natural cavern system and came upon a room where they could hear chanting. And as you approached, you realised that there was a large domed chamber with stalactites on the ceiling. Got it right. Geography student. And in this chamber, there was a kind of raised dome in front of you, upon which you could see a few people moving around. I say people. Fimir. Your friends, the Fimir. And you started to spread out and climb up this mound to get into a combat position. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have a roll of initiative. So, the way we do this is we'll roll a d10 and add it to your agility. No. Initiative. Yes.
Because we actually have
We
that.
actually have an initiative stat.
Yeah.
Oh, and then everyone can tell me what they got. And I realise we're on the dice. Not those ones.
Are they
Initiative's
associated
actually
with
quite
chaos?
Under your book.
I think they probably will be for this
D10s.
scenario.
They are chaos. Fimir are creatures of chaos.
That works.
Here are some d10s.
I don't really know what
I
HP
rolled a 6.
Yeah, they're
Servants of the
reptilian.
Lord's powers?
Most aren't, but some are.
Also, those ones look nothing like the ones that I
Thank
looked
you.
up for the
Bones
paint
are
colours
so it's like,
on the
this is
Warhammer
no use.
Online ones. They're completely different.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they've evolved.
Oh.
I blame
But these
Chaos.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chaos is changing them all the time.
Yep.
Okay, so let's have some initiative scores. And what I'm going to do is we're going to move to the battle mat. Anyone who's listening on the podcast, I'm very sorry, but we will also try to describe what goes on. So, guys, keep me, describe. If I don't describe it, then please feel free to describe it for our listeners as well as our viewers.
Oh, Pete, put your clothes back on. God, what are you doing? Oh,
No,
God, my
don't-
eyes,
don't
my
see
eyes.
him.
Don't worry, they can't see under the desk. Okay,
It's like a newsreader.
so what I'm going to do is I might actually just stand up slightly to the side here. So what we have is we have this central raised area, which is like a mound.
It's circular.
Within, roughly,
Ish.
within a domed-like room, and you've kind of caught glimpses of corridors heading off into the Black Hills. This far end, maybe I should turn it round,
This is where we came in from.
is where you came in from. Heartwind is not actually quite there. You're just catching up. Bagric and Torval have gone one side of the stream, the corrupted stream, and then we have Seigbert, Alvin, and Morgan.
Team Priest.
They're on the right-hand side as they're facing it, on that side of the stream. And on the central mound we have 6 Fimir dotted around the edges who look like the ones you've fought before, sort of warriors with big, cruel-looking hand weapons, sort of axes and nasty giant swords. They all look roughly hewn, impractical for small people to wield kind of things. And in the middle we have one larger and shaky stick type person who is standing over, if you remember, a large carcass of what looked like a deer or some sort of large creature, and some sort of weird bones sculpture had been made within its rib cage and was protruding out of it, and they were doing chants, and it felt like things were reaching some sort of climax. And you can see that water is dripping down from the stalactites all over this area, and it's pooling on this mound in certain areas and dripping down to the centre where it's then flowing away. And it looks like some of these bits have been hand kind of scored so that you can the water starts to run in a certain direction. And coming off the back here, we have putrid green water that seems to be coming from that sort of icon or something in the middle.
I would like to take this opportunity to apologise to everyone that I've added an extra Fimir to this encounter.
Oh,
But we
yes.
have got a Heartwind,
There's 7 now.
Yeah.
so I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm just wondering if
Not
I should
anymore.
turn it round for now. So that all
My
of the
ballistic
figures
skill
are
is
nearer the
a lot less than
camera.
it used to be.
What do you think, guys? Should I turn it round? So the
Well, just-
we're not going to be that much closer. I mean, you can do, I
I'm good with that
suppose.
as is.
Why don't you just push it that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Push
Yeah.
it like
There we go.
Further.
I think
No,
this
no,
will
no,
be
no, no,
better.
no,
There you
'cause
go. We can always move it again.
Okay, and heart twins back further back here.
Yeah, even further away.
We will move it
Out
again.
the
Or
door.
is he just very small?
Okay, so
I'm quite tall.
That's what we've heard.
right. So
That's my
initiatives,
penis.
everyone. So I'm going to roll for the Jim.
Here we go.
Put your penis away.
It was his fault. Why does the teacher always blame me?
Okay. So did anyone get higher than 38?
Guess we'll just teach us that.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
What are
I
we
started with 42.
adding?
So
38.
Yes.
D10 plus your initiative score.
oh, then no, I got 36.
36.
3, 30.
Wow.
That's quite low. Are you sure?
He's not an elf. Everyone thinks he's an elf because he's got very high
None
ballistic
of us are
skill.
elves. isn't it?
We didn't have initiative before, so there was that was a roll or an averaging. of
Elves in the
different
party.
Yeah, I'm just,
Who would do that?
It's my lowest stat.
I'm just more surprised at
I thought it was
how
based on agility. Though.
much lower his is than mine.
Okay.
Is it based on if it's based on agility?
No,
then-
it's initiative.
Right.
That
It's,
high.
it's got its own thing.
Yeah.
I just thought-
Okay. Who's just so we got 36 heart twin. Any higher? Who's next up from that?
45.
45. Any higher? Any lower than that?
40.
40. Okay. 45. Seigbert. Alvin, what are you on?
It starts with 6.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll wait for that.
47.
47.
58.
Whoa!
I rolled a
Hagrid's
10
team.
and I've got 48 initiative.
Blimey.
I got combat reflexes.
You got
58.
58. Wow.
40 is a good
And
number.
61.
61.
36 is a good number.
Well, I've got 43, and I get an extra 10 free for combat reflexes in combat.
Yes.
And then I rolled an 8.
Cool. Very good. So you get to go first.
Yeah.
6 is a good. I'm
So-
happy with my 6. Yeah.
Hang
It's
on.
a solid number.
Actually, I forgot to put someone on there.
This doesn't seem to have
Shaman?
how often you can do
The extra one?
I think he's called a demonologist, but yes. Okay.
That's a trap.
Right.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Okay. So
This is hard to find.
we shall begin combat then with Alvin, who is over here.
When we I believe at the end of the very last session we were initiating combat when I went over the top.
We were.
Over the
What do you
top.
think this
Okay.
is, Blackadder?
So
And I'm currently dousing my shield.
I
Wasn't
was-
Seigbert halfway through a
I was
prayer?
doing prayer, but I can't remember
Yeah.
which one. Unfortunate.
you can choose now
Righteousness?
which one.
It was either that or I was
Probably
going to try and
protection.
lasso one of the Fimir and then run round and lasso another one and tie two together. And make them go dum 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 dum.
I'm okay with this.
Okay.
But I thought I'd be nice and go with the flaming shield.
I'll do protection for the willpower test. Willpower plus 20 test to attack him.
Okay.
So
Cool.
is that my prey test?
So yes, that is a prey test.
Yeah, that's 2 success levels. So
Okay.
that's 60 for prey, I think.
So how many people are you affecting? So this is just before this happens.
So it's 1 extra target for every 2 success levels. Isn't it?
Yes.
I'll do Alvin as well. Then.
So Alvin and Bagrick have a what?
6 rounds of plus 20 willpower test.
And then
to,
the two
to be
closest
attacked.
as well, either side of you. Is that Torvald further across?
Yeah. It's the two of us that are flanking him.
Bagrick and Alvin. Okay, cool. Right. So Alvin, is your turn. You are dousing your shield with
I'm dousing my shield with lamp oil.
lamp
And
oil.
then I'm going to set it on fire.
Everyone remember this from episode 2?
I am slamming my spear into the ground and drawing my sword of battle.
Okay.
That Seigbert is currently carrying.
Well, we discussed this.
I
And,
give it
and
back
he's
after.
not.
I think anyway.
Yeah.
I give it back after
Yeah.
I got my hammer
So
combated.
you can douse your shield,
Yeah.
put your spear in the ground, and do one of two things: either draw your sword or set it on fire.
Well, I'll set it on fire because I get to draw
Okay.
it for free.
Sure.
I'll start the next
Sure.
round.
But you're kind of doing like lots of clamp thing. You're going to set yourself on fire, otherwise, you know.
That's
actually, go for it.
A minus 60 agility
Okay, so that
check.
you're getting ready. You're like, as you're like setting your thing on fire. Bagric, what are you doing? Remember, you can move a number of squares equal to your movement characteristic.
Kazook. To be
No.
fair, he's
No,
Can I try that again?
No, he's actually not going to say that until the axe is coming down. But he's literally going to say it as he hits it because he doesn't kind of want to make it suddenly go, oh fuck, something's there.
Sneak attack.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. Well, they don't know I'm there at the moment,
Yes.
so yeah.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Whose is that one?
Mine.
Okay.
Because it's also not looking at me, so I'm going to kind of try and use that to my advantage.
So I'll get all the combat modifiers up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I was asked, right? I just know
Why is there a section called "Pulling Your Blows" in Warhammer?
In
Because you
case
don't
you're just
wanna
trying to
kill
knock
the thing.
someone out,
I'm joking.
not
Okay.
touch them up.
We did this in Silent last night.
Touch people up.
Okay. So Bagric, what are you doing?
I'm literally just going to
You're going to climb up.
hit the guy that's actually not even looking at me in the back like a hero.
Okay, so you get plus 20 to your attack roll.
That was what I
He
was
still gets to
looking at.
roll
And
a counter, but you get a bonus because he's.
You're not going to use your axe to shave his dance.
You might get there. Depends how well you roll.
and I get an advantage for charging.
You're not going to hold it
You
there.
do get
Roll
an advantage for
ransom.
charging.
Nobody move or I'm going to go.
Don't forget to have a six-sided die out to track your advantage.
6 or 4?
But we're going up to 4. But four-sided die is just horrible to have on the table of measuring a number.
Advantage. Every
You
time
pass
you do
every-
something good, you get another advantage. And then you get plus
And
10.
add plus 10 to what you're
It's
doing.
not a bad start.
Basically, 3 success
Okay,
levels.
right, hang on.
Actually.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh, I get 1.
2 success levels.
So I get plus 20 because he's unaware, plus 10 for charging. That's 86,
Is your stat.
96, 101. So I got 8 success levels,
So you win. And you add 8 to your damage.
and I rolled a 22 to hit.
You rolled a... Okay. So that's a critical hit.
Good start!
Yay!
Go back, Rick!
One Fimir's dead! Yay!
Kill him in the knees!
Large creatures are really hard. Oh, hang on. Did you make your fear roll?
Alright, I'll do what I was going to do
It's-
with my
you've gotta get-
location, so 26.
You got to get 1 success level. And you got plus 20 to your willpower.
I rolled a 26, I passed by a lot.
Right. So now you need to
So
roll
you're
the
gonna fail halfway
location
through the
for your critical.
Oh, so close to a 69. No, 68. Right in the body.
Right in the body. Here we go. Right, so you want high.
Not that. 18.
18. So, you swing you're just rising up over the edge of this mound and you swing your weapon at it and you slice across its stomach. It gains 1 stunned condition.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go.
And now I do damage, right?
Wait a second. We're not done. Okay. Stunned. Right. And it must pass an easy plus 40 endurance test. Yeah, that's not going to be hard. Or vomit.
I'm glad it's facing away from me.
I'm
Yes.
glad I'm nowhere near in range.
It vomits across the map. No. It doesn't vomit. They are quite hardy. But it has a stunned condition,
What does that do, Pete?
which means
Doesn't have to recover itself.
at the end of each round you may attempt a challenging endurance test. If successful, remove a stun condition. Otherwise, you have... if you have any stun conditions, any opponents trying to strike you in melee combat gain +1 advantage before rolling the attack.
Nice.
So if you attack that Fimir now, you get +1
+1.
advantage. So that's the penalty.
Yeah.
And he gets a minus 10% to all tests. Yeah. You're incapable of
It will
taking an
start
action
off-
and only move half. Okay, cool. So half move, no action.
Still recovers stun
Can
damage.
defend himself.
Yeah.
And we do damage. So
Or can
that
he?
gut blow did 1 point of damage, and you did
18.
18 points of damage. Jeez.
Got 2 levels of Strike Mighty Blow. Strength 4 and
So
plus
what's
4
that
from
then?
the axe.
Does you give you
Plus
plus
1
one?
damage, yeah.
Per level.
Right, yeah, that's pretty good. Then.
That is good.
I would have taken it higher, but it starts getting really expensive.
Yeah. Next one's 300 experience
Yeah.
points, isn't it? But so you did 18 points of damage. We have minus that. So
I did some.
you did some, and then a little bit more from your critical. So you slice his gut, and get in behind that big round armor plate that they have, the big ceremonial armor plate on their stomach, and kind of blood and a little bit of entrails kind of poke out. And
it roars with pain.
It does roar with pain. Right. So, Bagric, that was your go. Torvald, you're next. What do you want to do?
I am going to.
Torvald is over
Yep,
here.
I'm going to
Left-hand side.
follow up the mad brother that I have and
Yes.
go and hit it as well.
Okay, great.
I'm
Same
perfectly
target.
sane.
Here,
Post
the
target.
only place
Are you going to Kazoo
you're going to
as
get
well?
onto it there, which means that if this one spots you, which he will in a moment, he will be able to attack you. But for now, you'll be outnumbering him 2-1.
Yep.
Attacking him from behind.
Yep.
And
Like a
he's
hero.
stunned.
And
Yeah.
charging.
And you charge. So you get plus 60 to your weapon skill for this opposed roll.
If you pass your fear test.
Miss!
Oh yeah,
Pass your fear test.
that shouldn't be difficult.
Yes.
Okay. Right, opposed roll. Hey, I'm not rolling bad actually. Oh, hello! I rolled an 11.
If he wins, does that go off? I don't know how that
still works. Critical gets through on a defender. Pretty sure.
works. I actually have no idea.
Let's have a quick check.
So that was plus 50, yes?
Plus 60.
Plus 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Shouldn't take so much glee in hurting the player characters.
Players. Wait, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Ow!
But it is fun. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Opposing a melee attack. Determining damage. It's possible to score an impressive hit called a critical, or to make a mistake called a fumble. I think you do just get a critical, even if. Come first. Criticals. Any successful. No. Any successful. Oh no, it was a successful test.
No, it's not, because if he beats you, it's unsuccessful.
No. My test is successful.
You haven't failed it.
I haven't
Yeah,
failed my
okay.
test. I rolled an 11, so I beat my weapon skill, so I passed my test. You passed yours by more than me, no doubt, unless you rolled
But you
95.
still passed your test.
9.
9. Okay,
9
so you got
success levels.
9 success levels. Okay, so you beat me substantially. However, I passed my test, and that means I get a critical on you. That's significant. It even happens when you are the defender in an opposed test. There you go. I should have just read the rest of the sentence. Okay, right. So what I need to do is roll. Let me just deal with that first, Torvald, and then you can dish out some nasty damage. So I'll roll location on you. 37. Not sure where that is.
It's an arm, I
Tell me
think.
where that is. Right. So this means now that this Fimir has pretty much fully turned around to face the two of you.
37, right
Yeah.
on.
I
Right
think
arm.
you got his attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's about to be dead.
Probably, but he might do a nasty wound to Torvald in the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Let's
Fine, that was the spare one.
yeah.
to roll this out here.
Yeah, dummy.
50.
50 dead.
Gaping wound. Take 3 points of damage.
Or
Or
take damage to your 1 point
Take-
of damage to your armor.
Yes.
Or 1 bit of your armor.
I'll take it on the armour.
Your plate.
Yeah,
That's
so
heavy
basically
armour,
your,
isn't
your
it?
plate armor. Oh, hang on. Impenetrable. What does that do? Because impenetrable ignores several
Is that a
it's either
50
odds or evens on crits.
That's an equipment thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the armor.
I feel like we need all the rule books open at different sections of the book.
That's a fun way to play.
Yes. Here we go. Where's all the equipment?
300.
300. Good man. Who's going to 300?
Because there's an index.
I'm on the criticals.
Ah. Yes. What did you roll? 11.
Yes.
Ignored.
Ah.
Ting.
Okay.
The armor is especially resilient, meaning most attacks simply cannot penetrate it. All critical wounds caused by an odd number to hit you, such as 11 or 33, are ignored.
Aww.
Oh,
Is there some sort of like
It's
agility based
it is
one
an
that's even?
odd rule. That is an odd rule.
Well,
We're all happy with
Every
it
time you
right
get a
here.
critical, roll a die. On a 1 to 5, it doesn't get through.
oh no, it's literally just.
I know.
11
It's like half the
33
criticals don't get through.
yeah.
Yeah. To represent with how.
Oh no,
good
which
plate
makes
armor
your
is.
your talent really good because you crit on a 0,
Yeah.
on a 10, 20, 30, 40.
Yeah.
So they're all even numbers, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can get through impenetrable armor with your spear.
Yeah.
But
That makes sense now.
Yeah, but things like 22s, 44s would still go through.
Of course, but your
Yes.
specific thing is about your spear.
Spear. I crit on doubles. I crit on 10 numbers as well
As odd as
I thought the spear thing wasn't that, it just ignores armour on certain rolls.
no.
because it's a magical.
Okay,
Oh, it's at the magical bit of
Torval.
the spear.
How much damage are you doing?
So he doesn't get the 6 success levels he got free. He just gets the success levels.
His ones he did. He
Yeah,
got
so
9.
he got 9 success levels. It's +4 for the axe,
Plus
plus
4
your
for the
strength.
app,
Plus your
plus
strength.
3 for my strength,
Yep.
so
7,
Seven.
16.
16.
Okay.
Splat.
Right. You jump up, next to your brother. The two dwarves fighting side by side against the Fimir. Deep cuts to the gut, because that's kind of easy
That dwarf
access.
fight.
Yeah. 16 points of damage. It screams and howls in pain. Horrible words that sound familiar. You may have heard them before. Come from its mouth. And blood is now flowing sort of down its thighs. Right, but it is not dead. Seigbert.
Yeah.
Your go.
Seigbert!
The Wonder Horse.
Wait,
No,
what?
sorry. Seigbert is here.
How much-
It's sort of centrally positioned, facing 7.
Is each
Fimir.
square a yard, or is it
It's 2.
each square is 2 yards?
Yes. Your things have a 6-yard range, don't they?
Yeah.
Unless you get 2 successful, so you can extend them. I know it is. I know it is. But they're little prayer. They're like little prayers.
Yeah, but so are the invokes. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most of them. So I'm going to.
Sigmar likes you to get up close and personal.
Yeah, which is why I didn't pick the one that actually uses range.
To be fair, I've got 1 yard, touch, and self. So yeah, not long distance.
Touch self.
Touch yourself.
And you
Oh.
blame me for the crudeness of the when I'm here. Jesus.
It's your influence. I don't normally do this unless you're here.
I'm going to step up and invoke a miracle.
A miracle?
Yeah, because that's what they are.
Cool.
Sigmar's fiery hammer.
Okay.
Oh, Sigmar's fiery
Nice.
So
hammer!
I take out my hammer
Yep.
and hold it to the brand on my chest.
Oh,
and then
nice.
hopefully it'll ignite.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I
That's
don't know.
really cool.
I don't know if it'll. Oh no, that's not gonna. But can I use a
Fortune point.
Fortune point.
Yeah, I'll use a fortune point. No,
You
no,
can
no.
use a
Roll it.
resilience
Kev,
point.
have you found your warpstone dice?
I have.
And
they just
you
rolled a
could
96.
use a resilience point to roll the number you want.
Just ignore
Yeah,
it.
I will actually use a resilience point to roll a 1. So that's 7 success levels. So that's 2. So I'm going to do it by the number of rounds.
Yep.
So originally I get fellowship bonus rounds, so that's 3 rounds for me.
Yep. And then
So I'm gonna-
3 lots more of that.
I'm going to make it
No,
six
it's 6 rounds per 2 success levels.
So, yeah, well, I can increase it by 1, so I'm going to do 6 rounds total. And I'm going to increase the damage as well with the other
Okay.
2 successes.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't increase by 1 round per 2 success levels, it's 6 rounds.
No,
it's-
it basically gives you
fellowship
another
bonus is-
load of that
So
duration.
fellowship bonus is 3 rounds, and then if I do 2 success levels, I can increase
I
that
thought that
by
was on
1.
the-
That's
I
what
think
it
that's
says.
the prayers.
One
The
second.
miracles have their own rules.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
The
miracles.
prayers are all 6 yards,
Yeah,
6
this is
rounds,
fellowship
Okay.
1
bonus
person.
rounds.
So
So my
miracles are
fellowship bonus is
different.
3. So
Cool.
So I'm going to increase the total of 6 rounds,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do then the other 2 success levels. I'm going to put into the other 2
Yep.
sets of 2 success levels. I'm going to
Yep.
put into damage, so
Okay.
I get 9 extra damage
Whoa!
per
on
hit,
top of the
and
other.
any target stroke receives the ablaze and prone conditions.
A blaze.
And prone.
No.
Oh! Okay, so for a
So
moment...
I don't get to hit yet, I assume.
No,
so I'm just going to stand there
No. That's your round.
and
Okay,
Yeah.
so you
So-
one
set it up.
booted, armoured foot, and then the next step up,
Yeah.
and your hammer presses against your
brand,
burned,
yeah.
your brand, and bursts into flame. 2 trails of flame coming off the back of it, and you kind of step forward, and this holy light fills the space.
Congratulations, you have their attention.
That'll work. That's resolve, isn't it? The anything I want.
First you had my curiosity, now you have my attention.
There's lots of shouting going on from Fimir.
No.
Simon, can you do the
I'm gonna make
Fimir
him fall over
shouting
a lot.
for me? Can you do...
It's like he's one of them!
Oh my god!
Towards the
There's a
middle,
Fimir
the
in the
question mark is the way Pete often does it. He goes, which is my favourite bit.
Right, okay, hang on.
time.
The guy doesn't run away. Okay. So, you now have a blazing hammer in your hand.
Yeah.
Which is quite intimidating.
2 successful. 2 things now.
At 4. How many rounds?
6 rounds.
6 rounds, so keep track of that.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Morgan.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Well, that looked kind of cool.
That did. It's kind of like, oh, that's
Follow
Sigmar
that.
power. Yeah.
That did look pretty boss.
Yeah.
Can you like pull out a giant like scythe or something?
What? I'm feeling stereotyped here.
Didn't you raise skeletons or anything like that?
Heresy! What Alvin?
Yeah, Alvin sees that. It's like, can you raise some skeletons?
Drunk. Well, I can't do that. But I can do Blessing of Righteousness.
Oh, cool.
So I can make my sword magical. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Can do that.
You have to make a
I will.
pray roll.
Yep, it's going to happen.
It's one of the-
And doesn't
It's
Pray
gonna be
give you advantage as well?
Yeah, it does. If you succeed in pray, it gives you. I have 2 advantages already because I did 1.
fine. Just stacking them up.
So when I hit him, it's going to be plus 20 to hit him anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit high. That's quite high.
Fortune point to reroll.
Maybe.
Bzz, damn it.
Just resilience.
Now
would
is
be
the
done.
time!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Resilience points.
Going to do that.
What, resilience or
The
fortune?
thing is, resilience is definitely.
What's the easy one? No, the
Fortune's reroll.
Fortune to reroll.
Resilience is...
Resilience is really just, oh, I've done a critical.
I have
Oh, you're
4,
dead.
But
I mean,
Let's try that again.
Or just wait till you do a crit and then just go, I'm now using it.
100% dead.
Not everyone at
Let's
once.
assume you had 3 while
They won't
That's
be the heroes.
worse.
Okay.
Resolve is one I just.
So Morgan just kind of chills out and goes, "Wow, that's freaking awesome." Yeah.
Yeah, Moore's probably too busy going, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sigmar's always been the showy one.
If only you
Yeah,
could
that's
raise
true, that's
skeletons.
I mean, they shave their heads, they wear the little things, they have a big
I
hammer.
am gonna hit you. So yeah, Morgan's like, right, I'm gonna, and then you're like, ooh, skeletons, and I'm just like,
Is Morgan moving anywhere?
Come and stand next to the big shiny sword of flamey
You mean the
hammer
hammer?
thing. I meant hammer thing.
if I go up there, I'm just gonna be in the way of that. I don't know if that's a great plan. Is that a great plan?
I certainly wouldn't go towards them.
It's a mediocre plan.
It's 12%.
Yeah, I don't really want to stand in front of it. I've dealt with
Okay,
these.
you can wait.
I want to stab these guys up. I don't want to get hit by them again.
Okay. So,
Or tied up and
Exactly.
thrown in a basement.
Quite.
yeah. So what are you going to do? You're going to stay there?
Technically, it was a
Or are you
cupboard.
going to move? Technically, it was a cupboard.
I think you're fine.
Actually, it was a stairwell. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
No, I know. That was next.
Definitely a cupboard.
It was definitely a cupboard.
It's fine. Morgan's got his own adventure
Or-
hook, so you know.
Or perhaps like a
That is
pantry
true.
or larder.
What happened to the
What are you
map?
doing?
How much of it?
Map
If
on the
I've
way.
tried to do that and failed, do I have like a bit?
You can do your movement.
Just a move.
So your
okay.
move is like
you move,
4
you just can't hit
squares.
anyone.
I will move
What can you use to
Back
get a free action?
towards these guys. and
You use
move
40
towards
choose
their
fortune
position.
points for
To
it.
get a free action.
You're going to move where, sorry?
So
Back
think
towards
so.
these
so
guys,
could
so that
Morgan
we're
move
like,
up and
not
use a
gonna
free
get-
fortune point to
not-
attack?
not, like,
If I had known that, I would have
Yeah.
used it to hit that
Yes,
first Fimir.
but that
I'm
would be
hiding
burning
behind
2 in
them.
1 turn, but
Okay.
it's up
But
to...
I'm just like, if they're all
So
about to get charged,
you
so
could-
let's all be kind of in the
You
same.
could use one of your other fortune points to get a free to get an attack.
Is that still a thing? Damn, would've
I don't know.
Let's look up fortune quickly. Here we go.
I don't know how to.
One
call
day
that.
we'll know all the rules, and I apologise for this.
Lies.
Nearly been half a round of combat as well.
It just meant that you could still attack.
It'll go a lot smoother
Yeah, it's
from
just
here.
because we're all doing new things.
Yeah, we had lots of
I
talky
ain't got
episodes.
no skills.
So spending fortune.
Yeah.
Reroll a
Harwin
failed
does.
test. Add +1 to a test after it is rolled.
Yeah.
Now you can spend a point of resolve. Ignore psychology, immune to all criticals, remove 1 condition.
Oh, so no.
Oh, if I move over to
okay.
there, do I need to make a fear check?
No, because you're not
no,
trying
you're not trying to attack them.
Oh, okay.
It's if you're trying to attack them that you need fear.
Because I'm totally going to fail
Okay,
a fear
no,
check.
okay.
I'm just putting that out
Fine.
Okay,
there. I just know it.
cool. Right, it's
Yeah,
me!
Yeah.
Yay!
Bring it on, bad boy.
So, slightly disturbed. Okay.
Everybody blames
So-
me.
So, I actually forgot someone. So, the first one to act is
Harwin.
this chap. Who's going to move backwards. and he's barking horrible noises at the others. And he's kind of pointing at you with this kind of large staff, which has got, it's not just sort of bones and
Skulls.
it's skulls, but it's got sort of twined entrails around it that seem to have little buboes and boils on them, and it's kind of,
See,
and that tangles around his arm. You can't really see where his hand starts and the hand
I'm just
finishes
kind
and the
of
spear
picturing
starts.
subtitles after what you said of, oh, I say, chaps, they're interrupting our soiree.
Absolutely.
I
And
did
then-
kind of want to
Dreadfully
paint
moved.
blood on them, but then I thought if I started, I don't know when I'd stop, so I just didn't.
And then this one charges
Goodness,
you two.
chums. We've been had.
This one charges Torvald. This one charges Morgan.
Yay.
And these two come and stand in front of him. So, I will start from this side and work my way across,
I have a question.
which is Torvald's side.
How far can you throw something small-ish?
How far can you throw something smallish?
Yeah, is that just straight?
Yeah, you can lob it across the room.
You can
It's
chuck
fine.
something across the room. You make a ballistic skill roll because you're under duress. It's in a moment.
Distance?
Well, I'm sure there's like throwing weapons rules, but what kind of thing are you thinking?
Say like a flask of lamp oil
Well,
or
do
something.
you want to
Well, because that's fairly heavy. You have to make sure.
do you want to sort that? I'll look up throwing weapons.
Cool. You look up throwing weapons. Right. Fimir is attacking Torvald.
For example.
Here we go, Torvald. He's charged you,
Yep.
so he has advantage.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't know if you have an advantage.
Yep, because from last
You've
round
got
combat.
2 advantage. You charge.
You charge him, and you.
combat.
So if you win in the fight, you get a point of advantage. So he's going to attack you. So opposed rolls, please. Oh. I have 2 successes.
Yeah, this is going to hurt. Because I failed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you lose your advantage.
Yep.
Fortune point.
Oh, fortune.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Do we need some
Please don't
earth
die
root?
early.
Yeah, I will
Tickling
fortune point it,
my
because
throat.
that was quite a spectacular fail. That is much better.
Okay, did you pass?
Yes.
How many success levels did you have?
2.
I had 2. Whoa,
So
what happens
is
in
my
a draw?
I think nothing. We've had him before. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's a standoff.
Yeah, it's literally a
But I
standoff.
want to
No
hit
one
him.
gains or loses advantage. I think.
Yeah. I
Does it hit
seem to
still
think,
go?
though,
That doesn't include the advantage.
Oh, the plus
so
2.
you have
You roll
4
plus 2.
success levels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4.
you roll plus 2.
Okay.
You already had 2.
There you go. So
Yeah.
you won as defender.
I forgot about
So
that.
nothing.
Because I'd
happened.
taken it off thinking I'd lost.
Okay. The other one who is stunned is going to.
Make a test.
He has to do a +20 willpower test to attack.
He has to test to remove the stun, and he can't attack. He can only
He
feint.
can move, half move, or he can defend. So I'm going to make a test to remove the stun condition.
Okay.
Which he passed. Let me just double check that. Yes, because it's +20 or something. Okay, cool. Right, so he's okay. Then we'll move around, and the Fimir in front of Alvin and Seigbert is going to attack Seigbert.
Because he's
Is
glowing.
it the flaming hammer that does
So,
it? I think it's
flaming
the
shield or flaming hammer, but
Oh, God.
flaming hammer's
honest,
going to hit me.
The
so-
flaming shield really isn't flaming. It's
No,
more
it's
kind of
got a-
lapping.
yeah,
a
it's
little
got like
bit.
a little
It's more
bit
like a bit of a
Yeah.
ripple
It's
effect.
like a Christmas pudding.
A flaming
Yeah,
cheese.
pretty much. Pretty much. It's a Christmas pudding.
Hey, now that
It's not-
I can
it's
get
not
on
like-
board with.
Okay.
Okay, 2 success levels.
So
I
so
just-
bonus
oh,
times 3.
I charged you.
Times
Assuming
three.
it's
So I've
like
got
a
3
rock.
success
Okay.
levels.
Just failed.
I think a
Okay.
rock's probably about the most similar
Okay,
one.
so I
don't you think?
passed with 3 success levels. So
Big
I
creature.
will then
And then that
do
equals
a
yards.
hit to you on your.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Noggin. That is 12. So on your 21
That's an arm.
arm, and he does.
Left
I
arm.
cannot throw very far.
A bajillion damage.
Let's say 3. It was 3 success levels.
3
wasn't it?
success
Yeah.
levels.
So 4,
Just remember you get +10 for defending with your shields.
15. But you're -2 success levels to
Yeah,
defend
but-
against them.
Yeah, I'm just pointing
Is
out
that
that you
because
do
of their
get
size?
+10. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're bigger than us.
Yeah.
For each step bigger, we get quite nasty
Yes.
penalties.
So that is 15 points of damage. Minus your Toughness.
Toughness and
Your armor.
So where did you say it was? 21.
So you've got 5 points of armour and whatever you've got.
I got plate.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, you've got leather chain plate 5.
Yeah.
Okay, 5. That was 4. Toughness bonus is 3. So it's 8.
8 off there, so you take 7 wounds.
7 wounds. Okay.
How many you got left?
5.
Okay. So, death blow activated, even though you're not dead, and he's going to attack Alvin. I get advantage.
Willpower check.
Oh yeah, willpower check. Yep,
So are you outnumbered? Because there's 2 of us to 1 of you.
no, you get a bonus to attack me
Oh, okay.
because you outnumber me. Right. Willpower test. 13. That's passed. Okay. Right. Attack. Oh. That's. I did have an advantage, but now I don't because I failed.
Do I lose my advantage? Because I...
Yes.
Oh, cock. I really should have used the fortune book.
Yeah, we should,
No, that's next one.
It's fine, there's plenty more.
There's plenty more.
Yeah, but I got 2 before the combat started. I kind of want to roll through.
Okay, so he missed you.
Did he?
Yeah, I failed.
Aw.
Unless you failed by more
No, he didn't.
negative success levels. Did you pass?
I re-rolled my
Okay.
fail.
Okay, you
2
okay,
pass.
right, okay. In that
And I
case,
passed by lots.
okay, cool. So he doesn't hit you.
No, he doesn't.
The other Fimir,
Yeah.
over here,
Yeah.
is going to attack Morgan.
Yay!
I charged you, so I have advantage.
Awesome!
Opposed roll.
Yep.
So you're defending with your sword, I assume.
Yep.
Or
Or
shield.
if-
Have you got a shield?
No.
Don't forget
We
you
can
can
dodge.
dodge, and you don't get -20 when you're dodging.
Dodge might be a good plan.
Have you got dodge? Have you got
as a
dodge?
skill,
Yep.
I have a number. I don't have any
That's just
ranks
your base.
in it.
Yeah, so that's 33. What's your melee? Yeah.
Not that much better.
Nah. So dodge is probably better.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. I got 1 success level.
I did
advantage.
not dodge.
2 success levels.
Who's he have to roll his dice to hit?
You 2.
Right then.
I
Okay.
did not dodge.
Just so you know, the fatigue that's the one that's in combat with Torvald and I is
Will now
fatigue.
fatigue.
Yeah.
So he gets -10 to all tests.
Okay, I'm writing that down on my
which
little
Diagram.
diagram.
Once you remove all stun conditions, you gain a fatigue condition.
Because you're like, oh,
So it's
but you're
-10
like,
to
oh,
everything because he's like tired.
Okay, so I got 2 success levels on you,
Mm-hmm.
and that means I do 14 points of damage to you,
Ow.
minus your armor and your toughness bonus.
Okay, well, I'm not wearing full plate.
What are you wearing?
I'm in chain.
Okay,
So it's
so that's leather and chain. So you
Leather
got
and
3.
chain. Yep.
And 3 is 6.
Is your
Yeah.
toughness
Toughness
bonus 3? No, 4.
Four.
Ah,
Four.
7.
7.
So I've done, what did I say? 14.
Yep.
So you take 7
half.
wounds.
Yep.
How many wounds you got left?
I don't know where wounds are.
They're on this second page
They're on the
here.
back.
Yep.
Okay. And with the death blow maneuver, I will go to attack Alvin.
Are you going to pass your willpower test this
I
time?
will roll that.
Yeah.
What do I? What?
Willpower plus 20.
Yes.
Oh, it's plus 20.
Yeah. It's an easy willpower test, but it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
in fact, it makes them roll for it.
Yeah,
so
it makes
yeah.
you roll, so it's like, okay, right. So here we go. Proposed roll. I have 2 advantages, so I have 3 success levels.
I have 3 success levels.
Right. So that's a draw.
Out of curiosity,
I'm going to check that nothing happens on a draw because the whole point of these rules was there's never a roll that something.
Do I just get?
doesn't
Is it
happen.
just plus 10 for the shield?
+10, yeah.
You're blocking with your shield,
Yeah.
so you've counted in the -2 success levels
Oh, okay. Oh,
for
no,
defending
no.
against a large creature.
All right. No.
Okay. So
Right.
you just pass then.
All right. Well, I'll just dodge. I'll just
You
dodge.
want to
then.
dodge instead.
Yeah,
Okay,
might
that's
as well.
fine. That's fine.
out of
How many
curiosity,
success levels did you get on your dodge?
is 0 equals dead, or is not 0 equals dead?
No.
Like
No, 0 is
So
you're
because
kind of
magically I wasn't there.
on the verge of.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like in
Magically.
Deathwatch.
Yeah, and then you start gonna. I think
And then
you can-
bad stuff.
I think then very bad stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. You start.
Because
You like take criticals on
Grim
every
and Perilous
hit or something.
and stuff.
Yes. Hang on. I'm just trying to see.
You know, just in case that becomes relevant. I just lost half my health in one hit.
Now, I'm sure
I
there's
lost more
something
than that.
about draws. Someone said on a draw, the person with the higher skill.
It's not a competition.
wins.
Well,
Yeah,
we lost the
do.
exact same
3
amount of
success levels.
Okay, so I got
points
3
or wounds,
success
which
levels,
is
so
what
it was a
I had to begin
draw.
with.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to find the advantage, gain advantage, losing pursuit. I think someone commented on a video that in a test. Oh, that was it. Tests. Opposed tests. With the highest success levels. If both participants score the same success level, the party with a higher tested skill or characteristic wins.
Oh, okay.
So, you tested on your dodge. What's your dodge score?
50.
Okay, you win.
So you gain advantage then.
You do. And he loses advantage. That's fine. Cool.
I
He
have
loses all advantage.
Yes.
nimble fighter and dodge
Oh,
and my,
hello.
Yeah, my dodge is
Cool.
Get Mr.
37,
Right.
45, 50.
No, that's Mr. Fancy Pants.
at
He
that
has
moment-
pantaloons.
You all hear behind you.
Speaking of which,
Hey guys!
Here comes
And
to save the day.
You can feel the presence of fancy pantaloons as Heartwin steps into the chamber.
yay!
Jim has patiently been waiting in the corner. Sorry about that, Jim.
It's alright, he's comfy. He's got
Right,
a padded wall.
here we go. What are you going to do?
Well, I've just walked in, haven't I?
You're
Okay.
going to step. You can hear
Stride.
this fight starting.
Yeah.
You know, you've heard Kazud and you've heard like Sigmar and all this kind of stuff. And
You've
you're
heard,
like,
"Blah!"
okay,
So I've
Yeah.
legged it. I've drawn my bow.
And then
yes,
ow.
you've got your weapon out and everything.
All right. Who can I see from?
So you
there?
can see
D-
this
Don't
one
shoot
and this one.
Seigbert.
I'd probably shoot the one that Bagrick has gone for. I think.
Yeah.
So I'll go for that one.
Okay.
I'll just shoot it. Is there there's no aim action or anything, is there, in this?
Actually, you'd probably have a clearer shot at the other two.
Ranged combat.
Because they're on higher ground. Bagrick is on high ground with it.
Yeah, but you're short.
So
Yeah, but
Shoot
you're
over
also
your
firing
head.
up through me.
He's also thinking he's less likely to hurt you if
So,
he accidentally
you are
hits
shooting a large
That's
target.
a valid
Yeah.
point.
So you get plus 20.
Right.
However, you are shooting
Into combat.
into.
What's the range of
combat.
your bow?
Quite a lot, I guess.
Because if
Which-
you're within half, you get plus 20.
I'm going to say
Mhm.
they count as small, soft cover. A hedge, for example.
I'm not in soft cover.
No,
No,
you
not
are.
quite hard.
You are. Yeah, but you're not a stone
I know,
He's
wall.
I'm
calling you a
just-
shrub.
So, I'm going to say
shrubbery.
he applies a
Well,
minus
true, yeah.
10 to hit.
Yeah.
If you fumble,
Mhm.
as in roll over your skill score and get a double,
Mhm.
you shoot Bagrick.
All right.
It's a chance I'm willing to
Oops.
take.
I'm
I
not.
might just fortune point that one.
Did
He
you
wasn't
just
going to
shoot
hit
me?
him.
Oh.
Was that an 8 or an 80?
Oh, it's an 80.
Oh,
So I missed anyway.
Okay. So, as you're fighting, an arrow streaks through the room, hitting a stalactite
Can I
from
use
behind
resilience point now?
Hello, Hardwin. Just see
I
an arrow.
don't think
No,
you
it's
can
in.
use them.
After the fact. I don't think you can
I
use
think
it after the fact.
That was a useful round.
Okay,
I'll
do
have
you
a
want to
look then.
move your kind of... You can get into about that far. if
Oh
you
yeah.
Cool. Right, so, background to the beginning.
Fortune point.
Alvin, what are you doing?
I will draw my magical sword of battle,
Shing!
and I will stab the shit out
You
of
draw
the
as you
first-
draw your sword
Yeah.
from the sheath.
Yeah.
There's a shing of steel, and it kind of intones around the room, and you gain 1 advantage.
I'm definitely getting a bit like. Big glowing hammer of magic stuff! Big awesome sword of shing! I've got a sword.
Rusty thing I found down a well.
Hey! I've had this for many a year, I'll have you know.
So I am using a point of resolve to not have
Oh.
to take a fear test.
You can use it after you've rolled.
Oh, can
I
you?
just looked it up.
Oh,
What is that?
hang on. Hold your roll.
I
hold your
will
roll.
not fail. Rather than roll
Oh, it's a
the
helmet.
result of the test, you choose the number instead, allowing you to succeed even in the direst of situations in an opposed test. Oh no, opposed test, sorry.
Okay.
Oh no, it does. Then finishes with a line. You can even choose to do this on a test already failed. So he can do it.
The
And
moral
that's
of this-
resilience. Yeah, so that's the big bucks. Do you want to spend one of your
That is a
resilience points?
permanent thing.
No.
the moral of this story is read the end of the
Right,
paragraph.
so, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, finish the sentence. Right. Alvin, you are fighting. Yes?
So it's kind of one sentence and contradicts the following one.
Oh, if only I've used my spear, I would have had a critical.
Oh yeah.
That'll learn you.
Oh,
Okay.
I passed.
Okay.
Just.
Oh, I think Al's
How did you?
probably
Yeah,
gonna win.
I know he
You
has.
got a 20.
I got a 20.
And he's got like a
Oh, yeah.
60 skill or something.
So my skill is 61. That's the.
I'm going to see how this looks rotated.
So is that what my
Is it
is that my
bonus?
ability? My sword gives me +1.
Yeah, gives you advantage.
Gives me an advantage. Okay. So my
Did you remember to
main
gain
base is
advantage
10.
when you successfully defended, Simon?
Oh, no, so you got 2.
Yeah.
So my weapon skill is 42. I don't get any other bonuses other than that.
So how many
So
success levels you got?
42
So you got 2 success levels.
No, 42 plus 2.
2, 62.
62.
Keeping track of the thing.
62. So 4 success levels.
Okay, cool.
Now, do I get a minus for hitting you?
That's defending.
Do I get a bonus for outnumbering you?
Yes, you get.
Plus 20.
Well, it depends if it counts as all one combat.
Well, I'm getting a bonus against one of
you're
you.
You're not outnumbering them 2 to 1. That guy, I'll let you have a bonus against. 20,
Okay.
20 on top.
Right, so I get 6 then.
Okay, cool. So, I need to turn my little card around with all their numbers.
Plus strength bonus plus, I'm guessing, 4 for the sword?
Oh, did you turn it around the wrong way and now there's
It's alright.
markers in the wrong
It's
place?
fine. It's fine. I'm flexible, agile,
Like a cat.
indeed, like Bagpuss.
Garfield.
Danger Mouse.
He's not a cat.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. He's agile.
Danger Mouse.
He's not a cat
He's
either.
agile and dangerous.
He's a toad.
So 4 for strength bonus.
Weapon.
There's a sword.
So 4.
4.
4. So 4, 8, and 6.
14 points of
14
damage.
points of damage.
Okay.
And
Cool.
that becomes 3.
Yes.
Mwahahaha.
And while you wield that sword, it can't go below 1.
Yeah, cool.
Wow, that's pretty nifty.
It is pretty nifty. Okay. That person then took.
Person?
I'm not
That
sure I'd
one.
call a Fimir a
Hey.
person.
They're people too.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
More
I
does
know.
not agree.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Thank
So
you for the length of the dice.
that was.
That's not mine. This is like. Actually,
They are creatures.
I'm trying to do sums in my head, and I've gone slightly mad. Okay, cool.
That never happens.
Right, Bagrick.
I'm going to hit it.
I'm actually
Hit it!
some-
I got to roll as well. Oh, I failed.
I guess this is the injured one.
Yes, it is.
Matt. 7 success levels.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay.
So you add that onto your weapon.
7, 13, 17 damage.
Okay. Where did you hit it?
In the 42. Back in. Oh, it's in the right arm.
In the what?
Right arm.
In the right arm. Okay. So
I'll
the
have to
creature,
kill these and then you'll have to do
you're
some
sort of
We can only
fighting
move
with it.
2
It's moving around, and you
squares,
swing your
We can
axe.
charge forward.
You chop its arm off at the
Mhm.
elbow. Blood hoses out, and it falls to the floor dead.
Hey.
I'm
One
gonna
thing
knock
you-
one prone.
one thing
Alright,
you don't want to
I'm
do-
going to step into its place.
Actually,
No, there's a
prone works.
giant fucking Fimir.
Death
that's
blow
just...
rule.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm going to step into its
Oh,
place
cool. Okay.
because it
Staggers
falls
back and
backwards somehow. And I'm going to hit the other one.
As
You
it's like
stand on
falling
top
down.
of it. You like climb up its body as it's kind of
Basically
falling
onto
down.
its face.
Cool. Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. Let's have an opposed roll here. You're outnumbering him 2 to 1.
might need to.
Just. I just passed.
91, 121. I passed by 4 success levels because of all the bonuses.
You rolled like an 80.
I rolled an 85, yeah.
I got 0 success levels, but I passed.
Cool. So I
But
passed by
you win.
4.
Yep.
So 4, 8, 12, 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay. You jump onto the dying Fimir and swing your axe at the creature, scoring a tasty wound on it. Right, Torvald. you're next. You now outnumber with your brother this creature 2-1.
Yep.
I just want to say, Lawrence is making
No,
a little
just
track
tests.
of each episode where the locations everyone's hitting, because there's like trends every now and then, aren't there?
Yeah, we've had a few where
Just pick an arm and
pick
murder
an
him.
arm and kill everyone in that arm.
Yeah.
It's usually right.
Yeah.
We are,
Our last-
we are
our last
currently
fight in Nuln,
the
just
body
arms
is
everywhere.
the most popular choice
Okay.
for murdering your opponent.
Okay, cool.
We will mostly be hitting the body.
Did Roger take any fear tests or anything to actually hit him?
Do I need to take one for each individual one?
Yes, you do, actually. That is a very good point.
Passed.
So I'm
It's
going
got plus 20.
to need to take another one as well because it's a different target to the one
It
I
is,
previously
yes.
hit.
But you get resolve back.
You
in
need,
stress session,
by the way,
don't you?
you need
No.
one success level.
When he tells you, you get resolve back.
Okay.
You need one success level to fight these guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Right, go for it. So,
So
you got 20 for outnumbering.
yeah,
Well, that was a 4.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, I need to roll as well. don't I? What am I doing?
That does help.
Oh, I failed quite
65.
badly.
It's your
So
dice
six.
returning.
6 plus the advantage, so 8 success levels.
Okay.
Include the plus 20 from me.
Yes.
8 success levels. That's impressive. So how much damage do you do in total?
Oh yeah.
So
The axe.
7, 11, 14.
Another solid wound on the creature. Blood is now flowing from its body. As we turn to Seigbert and his flaming hammer.
Go for the face.
I'll hit the guy. Resilience. Yeah, hopefully I won't need it. Resilience is
Well,
only.
you get.
You
He
pick the number you roll.
Well,
I
he
thought
gets.
that was resolve. Resilience is only if I've already rolled.
No, resilience is the
Just
like
two
the
things.
really strong one. Resolve is the I want to pass a fear test.
Yeah.
Yeah, resolve is on a pass fear test.
So-
Which is
but-
what I did.
but
'cause
you
I got to
outnumber
pass
it.
Fear test.
Let's see. Do the fear test first, then. Yeah. That's a 30 on.
Yeah.
48. Now I'm gonna try and hit him.
Okay.
42. It's a 60 melee. So
Okay.
2 success levels.
Okay, I will roll.
Is that including a plus 20 for outnumbering?
No,
Outnumbering.
it's not.
So
Am I outnumbering?
yeah, because
That guy you are.
Ah, okay. So no, it wasn't. It was 4 success levels.
I failed.
Cool.
So add 4 to your Mahusive weapon.
So how do I do damage normally again?
Oh, that's the point.
So
What does a
hammer
big flamey
plus your
hammer
strength
do?
bonus.
Yeah. So strength bonus.
Add 4, which is 7 in brackets.
Yep.
I'm assuming you
Plus your
previously
success
worked
I
out.
think I did, yes. So 7 plus 4, so
11.
11.
Plus your magic
Add
you
9.
said.
Plus 9.
So 20 points of damage.
Magic, he's ablaze and he's prone.
As you knock him to the ground.
Oh,
Oh, good, I might be able to hit.
And that's an advantage, I think, as well.
that is
I think you
beastly.
can have advantage for
It's a
that.
miracle.
Okay, so
It's a miracle of a god.
it is a miracle.
That is awesome.
It's a miracle. So you did 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
He
Right.
messed him up.
Let me just figure out the numbers.
And it's a magic weapon. I don't have to
I
make
can't
any
believe he
difference.
didn't get a critical.
No, there's only certain creatures that need to have magic weapons. Here.
Yeah, it seems like sorcery.
Okay. As you swing your hammer, the flames around the head of it burn hard, and the twin tail stretches out from behind it, and it's almost like you've got a rocket hammer suddenly, and you're into the creature's body, and a ripple flows through its entire body, and you hear some horrible crunching noise, and it just like tears are starting to come from its single large scary eyeball in the middle of its face, but it's not dead.
It's just proud and on fire.
But it's ablaze. So yeah, it's on fire. His body is now on fire.
Incidentally, that was the right arm.
That was the right arm.
In
I
the shoulder
I
there.
would lie him down, but I can't get that.
No, I was just saying it for the sake of the tally.
I hope that you didn't actually swing to hit him. You
Boom.
just held the hammer just below the head and just went.
That is so
The
cool.
1-inch punch.
Yeah.
Bonk!
Okay.
Hadouken!
Let's have a
Or
look.
just hold it behind.
Ablaze.
Punch
Yeah.
back.
You're on fire. I like that. You're on fire. Yes, you are.
Thanks
At
for
the
that.
end of every round, you suffer 1d10 wounds, modified by toughness bonus and armor bonus, with a minimum of 1 wound. Each ablaze condition you add, +1 to the damage suffered. So 3 of
That
and the
hammer
blaze
is
can be
amazing.
removed.
Yeah, yeah.
Successful
Awesome.
athletics test.
Should
With
seem,
each success
I'm
level
so
removing
torn
extra
which
space.
miracle to go
Okay.
for because there's some real doozies.
And prone. You have fallen to the ground, possibly because you have run out of wounds. You've tripped, or because you've been hit by something rather large. Like the flaming hammer of Sigmar.
Sigmar's fury.
Wicked.
On your turn, your move can only be used to stand up or crawl at half your movement in yards. You suffer a -20 penalty to all tests involving movement of any kind, and any opponent trying to strike you in melee combat gains +20 T. Unlike most other conditions, prone does not stack. You are either prone or you are not. You lose the prone condition when you stand up. Okay. What
Just
are you looking
reading what the Twin-tailed comet does.
Yeah, it has to be outside.
at? Oh, because it
I was
like
gonna
comes
go- I
down
was
from
gonna
on
do
high
huge
and-
calls.
Calls
Yeah,
a comet
it's-
from the start.
Yeah, D10 plus success
But you-
levels damage, ignoring
You-
toughness and
you
armor.
choose it and keep it. So I can't. I need to buy new ones.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like I can just call it. Like
No, I know, but that's awesome.
So far, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
One,
Okay.
Yeah, 1d10 wounds, ignoring.
It is severely wounded, and it is now on fire and lying on the floor.
I'm smiling.
So, it is now... oh, no, it's not. Sorry. The one I missed out last time round, was the Shaman Demonologist.
Oh, I say, that hammer's rather spectacular.
Fuck me, he
Brilliant.
just hit Steve in the face.
Steve!
That was his arm.
No, not Steve, he was my favourite.
Have we got another Steve?
Okay.
He's just whispering
He's
to the two of them
going
and
to-
going, guys, we're totally fucked.
He's going to move back.
Oh, he's going to do one of these spells. It's just going to take 5 wounds off of everyone.
You see what I'm going to
Oh,
do
like
here,
that,
chaps?
like
I'm going to nuke out of this.
That was hardcore.
That was like 8 wounds.
They don't have that. You're like, he can, like...
That's what you tell us now, Pete.
He
We all
can
know you're just
maybe
waiting.
like slowly summon a demon or protect himself from demons.
Do you know what I'd
That's
rather
about all he can do.
From an out of character perspective, I would rather that he summoned undead, because fuck that.
Yeah, the problem is
He's not going to.
it'll take him a while because he's got to rack up 8 success levels to like make the spell happen. Anyway,
In character, obviously.
He
I
should
would
try
not want
hitting
him to
something.
do that.
no, he's going to do some magic-y stuff and he's chanting as he moves. Okay. Okay.
I'm not playing a ranger.
Oh, yes.
I
Yes,
am not
that's
playing a
kind of what
ranger.
Right.
I am not playing a ranger.
I told you, we've already got one.
Right, so now it's Morgan. Morgan, you've just seen the might of Sigmar
Yep,
in
twice.
front of you. Yep.
Yep.
Show off.
I don't know all the words to the prayers, but I've got a nice hammer.
So what would you like to do?
Stab that guy.
The standing guy.
Not Seigbert.
This guy.
Yeah, that one.
This
No, 'cause
Alvin
Alvin's in
for
the way.
talking about undead.
Yeah, well,
I've been shanked.
I am going to roll my fear check. No. I told you.
Fortune point, I think.
Resolve.
How many of these do I get?
Resolve.
How
Or
am I
you can
gonna
spend
back-
one, or you can spend a
fortune
resolve.
comes back every time.
Spend a resolve.
I'll spend a point of no.
Spend a point of
Spend a point of
resolve. So
resolve.
automatically pass.
Automatically
Yes.
immune to psychology,
Right.
and then you can just attack him.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Resolve
is gonna
comes
be
back when you do
spectacular.
something that's meaningful to you.
Yeah.
Like killing something.
No.
Fighting the
Like,
name of Sigmar?
yeah.
Vengeance!
Okay, there we go.
Stabbing Alvin in the face for talking about the undead.
I was just trying to get her wound up for the fight. That's all. Him, Morgan.
Okay.
Well, I don't see any women here.
Are you using resolve?
I just did a thing. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So
I
you're
am
going-
doing
right,
stuff.
go
I
to
am
attack.
hitting the thing.
So you
'cause-
now outnumber this one 2 to 1 because
his
the
mate's
prone
on
guy
fire.
doesn't count.
Is he close enough to the other one that if I just blam lamp oil at him, he'll catch light? Because I'm not going to hit him.
Blam!
But so are the three of you.
Yeah.
I don't care!
Yeah, but 2 of them are already on fire on your side as well.
Yeah!
Alvin's got a shield of fire
I'm feeling
and he's
left
got a
out
hammer
here.
of fire.
I'm feeling left out.
Don't set yourself
More
on fire.
on fire.
That's what Alvin does.
The two dwarves just look
Scout.
over and
Yeah.
everything's on fire. We left them for like a minute.
Torvald-
We left you for
Torvald's
3
just sitting
combat
there like,
rounds.
this is fine.
Yeah.
To be honest, I probably haven't even noticed with my little post box.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
I'm
roll
going
some
to
dice
stab
and hit
him
it.
with my
Yay!
sword.
Here we
I
go.
feel
Here we
some
go.
vague warm on one side of your helmet.
96.
Use a fortune point on that then.
I need new dice. These are my
That's
black
some of mine.
Morgan
Well, then
dice.
get rid of them.
And
They're
They're
useless.
awful.
I
Morgan.
want to do a still my princess.
Yeah. I haven't rolled
They
less
usually
than
roll
like
these.
80 something all
You
night.
haven't.
It's a fortune point. Roll
Same, it's
again.
not damage. I'm doing it.
Because you
I
get
did
them
it.
back every session.
Help me! Help me! I'm stuck in the studio with crazy people.
Roll 33 and get a critical.
81.
Oh!
Oh, that's useless.
Oh, I'm sad.
Okay.
More take
Alright.
me.
All I've done so far is walk forward.
You'll get there in a minute. Right.
You can always just use some, what's the other one?
wait.
Resilience.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, just pick it. Just pick the number.
I'm saving that for that guy.
You saving that for not dying?
Yes.
Okay.
Next time
The
I
whole
get hit,
not
I go
dying.
squish.
Yeah, yeah. Don't
So-
die.
It's my go.
Yeah.
You don't get a turn.
So this one is going to charge Bagric, and this one is going to
I
charge.
think I only have one fortune point
Seigbert.
left.
Yes, but you've got
This guy
resilience.
He's going to stand up.
I have.
3 resilience.
And go out.
He's ablaze, so he takes 1d10 damage.
Yeah.
Shall I roll it?
You're going to roll high.
You'll roll a 1.
Yeah, I will.
6.
6.
Minus toughness.
Okay.
and
Toughness
all.
and all.
So he's like.
But he always takes at least one.
It was a
Oh,
2.
he does. Yes, you're right. You're right.
It was a 2.
Huh?
It was a
I rolled a
2.
You're
2.
No shit.
Bad dice.
Yeah, try
I
to do the
also
whole
rolled
not
a 6.
dying thing.
Did you roll the 10s one
Okay.
though? Or
Yeah.
So he's going to stand up. He's not going to make an athletics test to shake off the fire.
He's just going to attack.
He's just going to attack Alvin.
You're attacking me.
Oh no.
The one that stood up.
There's 3 of you against 3
the
of
one
you.
that stood up and attacked
He's
me.
just going to like get up and go. Oh, you're there. You're there.
didn't
Right.
think he could.
Okay. Do you want to?
Or is that his whole movement?
You can
No,
do
no,
a
he
half
can't
move.
easily move.
Yeah, he can attack.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to make your
Yeah.
willpower?
If it was D&D, that'd be an action.
Yeah.
From prone. No, actually, he is still moving. Yeah. Gives half your
Being
movement
on
to get
fire
up from
surely would make fighting harder.
Okay.
Depends which bit of it
Makes
was.
it willpower test to
easier
attack
to
you.
see
Yes.
what you're hitting.
Plus 20.
Oh yeah. 'cause of
I just like the idea of Seigbert going, no,
Thing
on the
that
floor.
requires you to make a willpower test plus 20.
Okay.
Get down.
We talked
Failed
about
that, so he's going to try and attack Seigbert. I don't need to test to. Do I need to test to attack
for me?
Okay, right. Cool. So he's going to attack you. 96.
36.
At least that wasn't the
With
damage.
one of that.
You,
Okay.
you
so-
gain an
so
advantage.
You gain an advantage.
You get an advantage. Yep.
Yeah.
The other guy
Yeah.
is going to attack Alvin.
Make a willpower test.
Yep. He's going to try. That's a fail, so he's going to attack Seigbert.
Why did I give you the fucking... Why did I give it to me?
97.
He's always
What have you done to my dice?
26!
Okay.
Gain another
You gain
advantage.
Get another advantage.
Oh dear.
Thank
Those
more.
advantages.
Oh dear, it's just going to be like, dead, dead, dead. Right, the last one
It'd be like,
is
oh,
going
my
to
turn.
try and attack Alvin.
It's raining for me.
Yeah, we're going to
Hallelujah.
Yeah, we're going to make a willpower test. Yay! 29, I passed
Yeah,
it.
that wasn't my
He
bad.
just really wants to kill Alvin.
Yeah, always.
We all really want to kill Alvin.
Right, here we go.
72.
Someone think of
Ah,
Theodore. his
17.
poor
Keep
horse.
swearing at them in
77.
ogre for some reason.
I got 2 success levels.
So
54!
I get
That's the best one all
3,
night.
4, 5
Maybe I should
success
stop.
levels.
Okay,
Save it.
you win.
Minus the
Save
2
Oh, yeah.
success
Might
levels.
get
Okay.
40.
So 3.
So 3.
Is it
3.
Not
And I
minus,
got-
Are you not dodging? So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
minus
It's
2.
60. Oh,
If
no,
you're dodging,
I'm
it's not- you're not-
No, it's
yeah.
not. Yeah.
So you win that one. So
I
you gain
win.
advantage.
Sorry. Yes,
That's
I
all right.
forgot.
Varying ballistics.
Okay.
Confirmed that about that.
They are
I
shit.
really don't want to get hit.
Okay, so the one that charged Bagric is going to try and attack Bagric. He passed his test to attack you.
I think Bagric did as well.
I know you probably got like 10 success levels.
I've got 4 advantages now, so yeah, lots.
I rolled a minus 82, so I got 12. No, I failed. So
Oh,
gain
half
advantage.
I
Oh, no, you
can't.
And the other one is going to attack Torvald. He doesn't have advantage because you beat him last time. That's a fail.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool. Heartwind,
Yay!
what do you want to do?
I'm going to walk forward a bit.
You can move 4 squares.
Yeah, I'm going to walk. I can't get up onto the thing from there, can
There you
I?
can. You
Can
can
I?
get onto there.
Is it not 2 squares?
3, 4.
Okay,
Where's 4 movement?
and then
4
I'm gonna,
movement
Watch
turns
out for the
into
green
8
sludge.
yards, which converts back down to 4
That's
squares.
useful.
and I'm going to turn around and shoot because my weapon skill is a lot worse. The closest one, who was attacking you, I think. Yes.
They were all attacking me.
Yes.
No,
Okay,
they were
so
trying to
you
hit
attack that
him,
one on
but
the end.
they got too
Yeah.
scared.
Okay.
So now he's not in cover.
That worked for me.
You're like this.
Yeah,
So it's plus
I
20 to
almost
him.
died
but
twice.
he's in combat.
That doesn't count as cover, but if you fumble,
Yeah.
you'll shoot.
Okay, so I'm
Sigmar.
plus 20 to hit him, am I?
Yeah.
Even though he's in combat.
Yes. But it's not combat in between you.
Oh, right, okay.
That always applies because it's assumed that you're moving.
Yeah.
If he's in combat,
Okay.
it's minus
We'll see what
20.
I roll.
Okay.
There's got to be some
99.
massive point blank. I'd have thought.
That's a critical failure. And
I
that's shooting
might-
Seigbert.
I might.
You might fortune point that, might you?
Yeah.
Me and my
Well,
five
I
Kev,
know.
wounds.
Kev,
What would
you
be
know
great
it was
is
your
if he was
last game,
like
so we've killed you.
resilience 99.
That would work.
Then I rolled
For the glory of
97.
Sigmar. Oh, good! At least it's not a critical.
So I might just not do anything.
You can use a resilience point now if you want to turn that number into.
But that is a
You don't
permanent.
have to. It's
Jim,
permanent.
that is a permanent thing.
No,
You
keep,
don't get that
keep
back
your
ever.
resilience.
For what? What else can I?
Yeah,
what am I
exactly.
gonna
What
do
else are you
with
going to use it for?
it? Yeah, I may as
Don't
well.
listen to him.
So,
He wants you to kill you
I
easier
wanna
later.
do something with it. I
No,
would
that's
like
fate
it.
points.
I'd
That's
like
not
it to be. What would be a good roll?
11.
11.
I'll roll 11 then.
Yes. Okay.
How
So you
many
do
success
critical
levels?
hit.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Is a 99 a miss for you?
Well, I've got ballistic skill of 55.
Oh, hang on. No, 99
No,
would always be a failure,
Your
wouldn't it?
bow skill
97.
is
No, no.
77.
A 99,
How
I
is it
think, is
77?
always a miss, but he gets plus 40
Your
for
ballistic
point
skill
blank.
is.
Okay.
Oh!
Do I?
Plus 40
So-
for point
okay,
blank.
So your ballistic skill is.
77.
No, my
no,
ballistic
it's
skill is 53.
And then the weapon? Don't you have it in the
You've
weapon?
got range
Oh yeah,
bow.
then
77.
70. Oh no, I didn't increase that. Then hang on, that needs to go up. So 80. 80.
Yeah. So.
So you get
you
plus 40 for point blank.
And yeah, so the 99 actually you would have had to have fortune because I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
96
yeah,
to
yeah.
100
Okay,
is
then
always a
I'll just
fail.
99
fortune
is
point
always.
And then
a
what did he
failure.
re-roll?
97.
97.
Oh, it's just a fail, but it's not bad.
That's not a fail.
So,
It is a fail. 96 to 100 is always a fail.
Oh, 96 to 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll just do it. I'll use resilience and roll 11.
well,
Okay. Cool.
Fuck it.
Right.
Because you got it!
So, hang on. So
Literally.
your skill,
7
right?
success levels.
No, for you, yeah. Oh, yeah, because you get a critical, so that would be good.
No more.
But that means that your skill is 57 plus your bow, so it's 80
Yeah, 80 is the
Yeah.
skill. Yeah.
plus 40 for point blank,
120.
Yeah.
Minus 20
120.
for combat.
minus 20, but plus 20 for a large creature.
Yeah.
So 120.
Yeah.
So you rolled a.
11.
11.
So that's
11.
11
success
success
levels.
levels.
Okay.
You will add on to your damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
You added
So
an
your
11 to
damage
your
is your. It's a bow. No, it's just a number. I think.
It's a longbow, yeah. It's
I have
a
no
flat
idea, I
number.
haven't written
Is
it
it
down.
4?
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
I think range weapons are higher, I think.
I know crossbows are like
So you get
6.
there first.
9.
Crossbows are 9, aren't
Crossbows
they?
are 9.
Longbow, strength bonus plus 4.
There you go.
Oh, strength bonus plus
Yeah.
4.
So 3. 3 plus
So
4, 7.
7 plus 11, 18 points of damage. Right.
And
Now
crit.
we'll do your critical.
What is
So
No,
first you have to roll the location for your critical.
I have to roll the location for
Yeah.
Yeah, roll both.
51.
Body, isn't it?
Okay.
And you need to roll as high as you
hang
can
on.
for your. This is what Alvin used to use.
Roger
that he
found
used.
something.
I used another point of
Just get the
resilience
11 and then
to
use
roll
another
100.
resilience
For
to get
future
100.
reference, longbows are damaging.
Which is
That's the thing that means if he successfully hits, he can pick one of the numbers on his dice, I think.
so you could have picked a 7 as your roll to calculate your success levels. So you'd get 2 more success levels and 2 more damage. Trust me on that one.
Yes.
Yes, Pete. I believe.
And now this is where Simon last time spent a
Oh, the
resilience
result
point.
on the units number, not the...
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
97.
So I have to roll high now.
You want high.
83.
And where did
Well,
you
no,
shoot
that's
him?
pretty good. So
Body.
that means
Body.
you can pretty much guarantee a critical then,
Okay.
can't you?
If you can choose.
If you
the
can
units.
pick the units, you could pick the same unit as the.
No. Basically,
No.
when
On your attack roll.
if Jim say
Oh, yeah, it's
needed
all one.
a 78 to hit,
Yeah.
and he rolled bang on 78, that would be no success levels.
Yeah.
But instead of that, he can pick the 8, which is the number on the units die,
Yeah.
for damage.
As the number of
Oh,
success
right, I
levels.
see. I
So,
see.
yeah, so
But
rather
he
than
had
having
11 success levels, and he
Okay,
can't
yeah,
roll
rather than just
11
having like
on
his
one.
strength bonus plus 4, he'd
Okay,
get strength
I see
bonus
what
plus
you're
4 plus the 8.
Yeah. Okay, so
83, that's pretty good.
you inflict a major chest wound. At point blank range, you fire the arrow into the creature's chest.
So it goes through his arm and into his chest.
You take a significant wound to your chest, flensing skin from muscle and sinew.
Nice.
Wow.
That's an interesting word.
Thing.
Take 4 bleeding conditions.
That means he takes 4 wounds per turn.
You can get special knives for that.
Until you receive surgery.
Yeah.
He also takes 4 points of damage straight away. With no...
So he's on -4.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Don't worry, Morgan can stop him bleeding.
I'm not going to say
By
anything.
removing
You
his
can.
heart.
I'm not saying you will.
Okay, so
Can
you've
we
done 4
remove his
points of damage then.
skeletons
He's
for
got
something?
4
There was something to do
bleeding.
with skeletons ago.
Actually, no, you don't give a crap about that.
Morgan's getting angrier and angrier.
I'm not saying
Still
nothing.
not even hit anything yet.
It's part
That's
of the
why
anger.
I used the resilience, because I just
Okay.
don't want it to hit.
And any wounds you receive to the body... Oh no, until you receive surgery to stitch the wound together,
Yeah, good luck with
any
that.
wounds you receive to the body hit location will also inflict 2 bleeding conditions as the tears open.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Bleeding
So this guy is like bleeding conditions are horrible.
Toughness doesn't help you with that.
However, they are in the errata. They have changed them. And I can't remember because you can do something to get rid of them.
It's fine, I'll just sit in the back and be the healer girlfriend.
You have to
It's
make a
fine.
roll as well, and each bleeding condition gives you a 10% chance of death.
Yeah.
So you have to roll.
What?
At the end of round, you have a 10% chance of dying per bleeding condition.
So he's
you
got a 40% chance
Oh.
of just
Dying.
dying outright.
Yeah. So Hardwin, you were last to act, so it's the end of the round. So he has a 40% chance of dying.
How many points of damage did he take? We haven't
I've done all the damage,
All right,
but
okay.
he was fresh.
Oh yeah, he was fresh.
He hadn't taken anything. He is. There's like
I fucked him up.
the arrow went through, came out the other side, and there's just like this huge like exit wound.
Oh,
You know, it's like-
from the angle, that blood is probably going on you, Alvin.
Alvin gets hosed with blood.
I imagine what I've done is like a Mr. Creosote from Meaning of
Yeah.
Life.
19! He dies!
Yes!
Yay! I just like this one going, I'm gonna do something! Dead.
Yes, miss, resilient points.
Yes. That's what happens when you use resilience points. Okay, so another Fimir is dead. Yay! And they've been really effective against you.
I'm wondering, did
Mainly
you
'cause they have
run up and just put
doctored
3
weapon skill.
arrows on
Yeah.
3 arrows on the bow? And
No. It was Men in Tights. There were about 8 arrows.
and every one of them has just
Man
left.
in pantaloons.
He was aiming for the head and kind of tripped, and it just happened to go like right through, just so
Yeah.
perfectly through the heart.
He just gave him a heart bleed, and he's just fallen over dead.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we're back round to the beginning, and it's Alvin. Alvin, you're standing there, right? And Heartwind, you see Heartwind kind of spring up onto the mound and just go boom! And like a thunderbolt, this arrow kills a Fimir in one shot. You've been wondering where he's been all this
Hi
time.
everyone. Hey Alvin, how's it going?
And then in his hand he goes, I'm holding the lead box.
Looking for one of these?
The last time we saw you, like, killed someone else in the eye. Or didn't you pin someone to a rail?
Yes.
We keep wondering why we don't bring him with us more often.
Okay, right, what are you doing? You're going to attack the guy in
I'm
front
going
of you?
to hit the guy that I don't have to make a fear test against because I hit him already.
Yes. Yep, okay. Here we go, you're going to try.
Uh,
Ha-ha! He passed the weapon skill roll. They have 35 weapon skill. And no weapon, like, melee benefits. So they're
I
just
feel their
rubbish.
pain.
I've got +10 and I outnumber him.
Pete,
so
I know what
on
I'm
plus
spending
30.
XP on.
Did you pass or fail?
I
I
passed
survive.
by 2 success
Weapon
levels.
skill. Weapon skill. I failed,
Yeah.
but with my success levels and outnumbering.
Yeah, that adds to your
Come on,
skills.
Morgan.
So you're not...
So
if you're-
Do I
so
get an advantage or?
I get minus. So I get minus
I'll go with yes.
Yeah.
for that,
Plus 4, so you're on 1.
and then I get an
I don't want to
outnumber
break your dice.
+2.
So that's 3.
I broke
That's
my
three.
own dice.
So I'm on 2 and you're on 3.
Cool,
So
so
I
I've
get
got one more
Yep.
chance.
Not as bad as Nick.
They're getting warmed up.
Better than rolling a
So
bloody.
difficult to work out.
So that's
One,
And Chris.
4, 8, 9.
9 points of damage. Okay. He's quite wounded.
Oh, and that goes up by 1.
No,
No,
it's
Chris
it's
goes-
4 to limit.
Yeah, okay, so you
Oh,
two
4 to
were
limit.
flat.
We never
fighting.
did.
We
I
put-
should
remember, we
have
put a
because we ended
limit
up with
of
like
Yeah, we did.
6.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
And
just
the Bagric had like
impossible.
10,
Yeah.
10 advantages, and we're just
I
going.
mean, he always hits anyway.
Yeah. I'm okay with 4.
I should have aimed for the guy at the back. I would've
You
got,
really should have gone for the
two
big,
more
the
success.
big bad guy at the back.
The big evil demonologist guy at the back.
Yeah, never mind.
So
more concerned
you
about
did
my
9
friends.
points of
9
damage.
for damage, yeah.
Okay. You wound him. There was a bit of a nick.
To be honest, it was better than trying to re-roll it to get more.
Absolutely. Bagric.
I'm going to hit the one attacking my brother.
Oh, okay.
I've only got one fortune point.
Because
I
Bagrick's like,
don't think you count as outnumbering here, though.
Bagrick's
it's 2
like,
versus 2.
I'm so hard.
No, I know I don't. I'm
Good.
just defending
Yeah,
him.
no. I'm
Because,
just
I'm a guard.
I was
guarding him, you could say.
honourably. I was just asking the question more than stating.
Oh, no.
that it came out that
I'm
way.
not outnumbering.
Okay, here we go.
Not yet.
I critically failed! Yay!
I critically passed.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, this guy's fresh. Oh, no, that
No,
guy's
this
not
is the
fresh.
one I
Yeah,
stepped
yeah.
over his dead friend and hit.
Yeah, hit in
And
the
then
face.
Torvald, I think,
Hang
then
on.
hit.
I want to roll on the oops table.
Oops,
I've never heard of
I
this oops
did
table.
it
I love it.
again.
Yeah, here we go.
For anyone.
Here we go. So,
Is he going to split
Hit me, Bagrick, one more time.
That's
That
the title of the episode!
That was bad.
hey, hit me, Bagrick, one more time. That is the name of the episode right there. Okay.
First he hits
Roll on
himself
the
in
oops
the foot,
table.
and then you hit
Okay,
him.
Sam. Can you roll on the oops table?
I'm gonna roll a 1, you know that. 78.
78. You mishandle your weapon, or you drop your ammunition. Miss your next action. Yay!
That's okay.
He's going
He's
to
probably not going
You're
to
not going to do anything anyway. Yeah.
Who's dropped you that?
Okay, so how much damage do you do in the first instance?
Okay, so... 71, 101. So 10 success levels.
Okay, so let's figure out that damage.
20.
20 damage. Okay, and a critical,
I hit him in there. 77
which is the body.
for an 81.
Oh, hello.
81 is what I got. It'll be the same as what I got.
81. Major chest wound. You take a significant wound. Okay.
You saw what I did and thought, I like this idea.
Oh, you hit them there!
However,
Yes.
however,
Precision surgery with an axe.
yeah, your guy was previously wounded. So the wound that you cut into his chest goes straight through his heart.
Nice.
And you sever his heart.
And you're to blame.
Which goes spinning out and
And
hits
hits Albert. Hits him on the face.
God damn it! I'm coming to blow.
And it,
You're cleaning my armour.
and it expires. And in fact, it falls down.
And then under
and
his
then I'm
breath,
going to hit the other one.
he goes, ain't
Yes, you
nothing
will.
but a heartache.
Pass your fear test.
Fear test?
Oh, yeah.
Fresh fear test.
Oh, yeah, fine.
I like how I'm on Bon Jovi and you're on Britney Spears.
It's because he made
I
the
did
oops,
both.
I did it again comment. That's what I thought. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need to roll, don't I? Do I need to roll? Oh, hello! 02. That's 3 success levels. Surely I've bested Bagrick with 3 success levels.
Is Torvald in combat with that one?
No.
Okay, in which case it is only
7.
9 success levels.
Okay, so how much damage
Oh,
do
no,
you do?
sorry, 10.
Why have you got 10?
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
And I've got 4 advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
20 damage.
20 damage.
Can I,
What's
like,
the ability where
collect-
you can take your opponent's advantage?
I've got that. It's
I was gonna say, can I collect some advantage and just put them in a bottle? Save them for later.
He's got one in this is sword.
He gets up, he gets up to 4. Like
Go
I
to stay, not
can't-
message
oh,
in a bottle,
uh,
advantage in a bottle.
Simon, reversal.
Yes!
Reversal, that's it. Yeah. But you just steal your opponent's advantage and go, ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
mine.
So you clobber that one as well, giving it a serious wound.
In the leg.
In the leg.
That was.
Right. Torvald. I assume you're going
right
to move
leg.
up and outnumber and...
Oh yeah. I'm working on the basis of follow the dwarven whirlwind of steel and bad language.
Torvald here.
I'm
It's
probably
like-
profaning
Move some of these
the
out of the
entire
way.
time in
It's
Catalan.
like you guys have done this before.
Yeah.
We're fighting in tunnels. This is our thing. We're home.
He's
Standing
screaming
next to
out.
the
Squatting exo armor has arrived.
So basically, what it looks like is Bagrick and Torvald have stepped up and butchered a couple of Fimir. The humans over the other side, the priests and Elvin, have been flapping around for a while. Hartman came in and shot one to death with one arrow.
Something's on fire. We're
So
not
there's
sure
a business side and there's like a flapping around.
There's
the
a
fire
party
side.
side.
Party side. Yeah.
I'm on the wrong side.
Okay. Cool.
You're trying to tell us you're not the flapping around with fire?
No, I mean literally, I'm on the wrong side.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean in the room?
Like here, yeah. These
Get
guys
over-
are competent.
Get over
I'm
the
just like,
human
well,
side of the table. Go with
Not
the other
right.
rattlings.
Not all.
So
That's
are you?
what it is. It's because I'm
You
not
can't
next to Seigbert.
charge that
No.
close.
No.
You have to
Yep.
be a certain distance
Yeah,
away.
because you can't get the momentum.
Run away
Team priest.
and
But
come
you still
back.
keep your advantage that you had
Is
from
it
before.
two
I do have
squares away you need
advantage.
to charge?
Is
Because
that-
you could
And
run.
no,
Turn it off and on
It's
again.
not, unfortunately.
Plus 20 for
So
outnumber.
yeah, plus 20. So yeah, whatever you.
So pass.
Oh,
that's
yes, that's a
two.
very good pass.
Oh, hang on. I'm rolling.
Oh yeah, that's a critical.
3 success levels.
That I've got 5 success levels, and it's a critical.
Okay.
I saw the
Thanks.
44.
Let's
It's
do
like
the
that's a very good.
Let's do the base damage.
So 5 plus
5
4
plus-
plus strength bonus.
3,
11.
11.
I think you'll find it's 12.
Yes.
How many Fimir have you got, Pete?
There's going to be a few more coming down the corridor in a minute.
Nice,
no,
this
you
is where we
re-roll
killed some
location.
then. You got the
No,
models
I
for
want to
them.
know where I hit him.
Absolutely.
No, you re-roll.
Yes, I know. Not for the critical. I just want to know where I hit him in the first place. Right arm. Just keeping
Oh,
track.
not the chest.
No,
Otherwise,
just
so
for the
now,
stats.
so now you roll.
Now I
for the-
re-roll because I've hit him in the right arm. So if I hit him in the chest again, this is exactly how we've criticaled the last 3.
Yeah.
Right
Oh, really?
arm, then chest.
Oh, okay.
Every single time.
Good to know. Right, roll.
Oh,
Well, it's a 50.
It's a 50. That's
the
in the
body.
chest.
That's the body.
Yep. Okay. Nice. It's kind of bouncing off the arm and into
Now,
the chest.
now roll
But don't-
81
but
to
don't-
83 on the critical.
Yeah, that would just be
All
a
the
Go, I've got
bleeding
this.
conditions.
Oh, there it is. Right behind
Yeah.
you.
There's just so much blood.
I'm
so
just
you know
like
how I said
wading.
I wanted to paint blood on them and then didn't
Right.
know if
Now
I'd
you
know
need
where
an
to stop?
81.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he needs 82 to, like, make it.
Yeah, get in the middle.
There
I
you
did
go.
consider bringing it with me so we could paint the wounds on. in the
No.
middle.
I got them the wrong way around, unfortunately.
Oh,
28.
28.
28.
No, not quite. It was 38.
Okay. Oh, bruised ribs. All agility-based tests suffer a -10 penalty for 1d10 days.
I just rolled an
Oh,
88.
Take
Fimir,
that.
I've given you
You
bruised
rolled
ribs.
88.
You do give him 2 extra points of damage, though.
Fair enough.
But he's
You
not
gotta,
dead.
you gotta,
for me.
you gotta
Not
trust him
dead.
more.
Right.
Trust him more.
Seigbert.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the guy who I smashed earlier.
The one on the...
He's the guy in the,
The
middle.
one that just
Not
stood
the
up.
dead one.
So
That one.
Throw him on the ground.
Okay, cool.
Throw him to the floor.
Let's move this guy
So
out.
apparently-
Strike him,
The way-
Centurion, very roughly.
Apparently, the way to kill for me
No,
is to go
re-roll
in
that.
under the arm.
Fortune to the
Whoa.
chest.
Hey.
He rolled 99.
99.
Oh!
Yeah, fortune point.
Oh, hang on, I've got to
Which
roll.
way that shit?
I got to roll.
It's probably not.
Oh! I rolled 100.
Well, you're on 5 before you start.
Yeah.
That's critical
Yeah, I mean,
fail,
I've
isn't it?
got
That's
7
bad.
I
success
don't think
levels.
so.
Yeah.
I think it's
0,
literally
0.
just doubles.
I rolled a 0-0.
I think we've had this discussion before.
That can't be a good
It's
thing.
not. It's a 99, not 100.
So I hit.
I massively
So
failed.
seven,
there an oops
seven,
table? No, it's not an oops table.
7 success levels.
No, because it's
So
100's not a crit
if
fail in
that's
the same way as
14,
it's not a
7
crit pass.
as 9.
Is
Yeah.
that
I think
plus
it
this?
should be,
Is that
really.
plus
23.
23 points of damage.
Advantage.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
It's because the hammer gives it, the
Plus
special
9.
thing gives him extra damage.
plus 9.
Yeah, it's huge.
Kevin.
Yeah.
The Fimir dies in whatever disgusting and over the top way you wish to describe.
Can
All over Alvin.
I just want to check location.
Surely
I
it
think
should
that's the
crash
head.
to the floor like
Oh,
a
the head.
flaming
Was that
flame.
My
Yeah.
shield is now bubbling.
Can I just over
with
the
flaming
top
blood.
head come down like literally right in the middle of the head? I wanted to just
Explode.
Melon.
Melon.
melon
So you
head.
scan as him, but with a hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, not exactly on top. It has to be an angle so
Oh.
it goes that way.
Hey,
So you got
Really?
Kev,
So you gotta swing
you can
across
now
him.
death blow. You can step into his place and smack the other guy.
I'll do that then.
Yeah. Cool.
So
So
I do that.
the,
That's fine, 'cause he'll kill that one as well, and I'll
twin-tailed
just be stood
comet
here
of
like, yep.
Sigmar swings around,
I helped.
taking the creature's head off in such a violent fashion that it explodes all over Alvin.
As is tradition.
And the Holy Priest of Sigmar steps up,
To
righteousness
the mic.
in his
And
eyes.
don't forget you've got
3
the
to
extra advantage.
Yeah, I'm at 4 now.
So
63, so yeah, that hits anyway, but it's, well, depends on what you roll it.
Your defense.
So you're outnumbering 2 to
Oh, hello.
Have you got a fear test?
Oh, I do have a fear test, don't I?
Make a fear test. You've got to get 1 success level.
Oh, God. Can I fortune point again?
Yes.
I've used 2. No, I've used 1.
You only used 1.
Yeah, because I used a thingy earlier, resilience.
Yeah.
You're
52.
It's plus 20.
It's plus
isn't it?
20.
I got 48 willpower.
Yep.
So, yeah, and that was, I just re-rolled the attack again.
Yep.
I rolled it before, but I forgot to do the fear test.
Okay.
68. Yeah, so 4 advantage.
Plus
Plus
out,
two for
plus,
outnumbers.
plus you outnumber 3 to
3
1.
to 1.
So that's plus 40.
Plus 40 to your score.
So you're
So
on
for-
8.
8.
Technically,
it's
I helped.
60 skill.
Okay, so that's
By
that's
standard,
0.
yeah.
So you're plus 8.
Hey, you're swinging a sword at it.
Yeah,
8
so
success
eight-
levels.
Ineffectually.
Okay. Right. Cool. I got 3.
This for me is
20
just
most
sobbing
I
in a
can
corner.
get.
24
That's
points of
pretty
damage.
24 points of
And
damage.
knocked prone and ablaze.
It's not quite dead! Got one!
Sigmar!
That hammer is
24
so
points of damage.
beastly.
Death blow!
Okay.
Well,
so
can
it's a good hit.
Can I just say that's not the 58 you did in one round?
56.
56 you did in one round.
That
Sex and Fumsick. We named an episode
that will,
after
that
that.
will never. Yeah.
Oh, hang on, what was the name of this
That was second
episode?
edition.
Hit me, Bagrick, one more time.
Oh no, that's second.
That was the 0000000.
That's amazing.
Oh, that was so fun.
It was so good.
Change
Hey.
tens.
First
on the,
episode.
I was invited kindly on the Old World podcast to talk about converting characters to 4th edition, and they said, "What's your favourite Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay moment?" And I said, "That moment."
Yeah.
Because it was the first combat you'd got into as well, weren't
Yeah.
you? And you were like, "Oh, I want to try
I
and
was
prove myself, but
hungover.
I'm rubbish. I'm hungover." And you went, and like
Eviscerated a guy.
skinned him in one manoeuvre or something. Yeah, Swiss cheese.
No, he literally just chopped him in half.
yeah, yeah.
Quite recently.
Yeah.
It had to be one swing. That was the
Yeah.
thing, because it wasn't multiple attacks. It was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, you literally chopped through the guy's chainmail, through his entire body and out
was
the
so
other
good.
end, and then just watched it go.
If you haven't seen Series 1, that was episode 6 of Series 1.
It was very, very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
The
wicked.
first appearance of Seigbert.
Yeah, it was cool. Okay, right. So where were we? Seigbert's just clobbered someone again. That one is now ablaze.
Well, can I
Now
just
it's your
say
stick dude's turn.
the party side seems to have less than me.
I'm being spoon fed.
He's prone!
It's like
He's on fire.
fire.
I'm
Dying. It's
number
laying
3 to 1.
Rather than throw the oil on him, just like pour it on him.
You
Or
can't
just
even
hit him.
You can't even miss him. I mean, it's probably
No, it's
impossible.
it's plus
Before-
20 and plus 20 for being large.
before-
Do I need to
Morgan.
roll a fear check?
Before Morgan.
Yeah, but and plus
Yeah.
That guy.
40.
This guy. He's trying to make a run for it.
How can
Actually,
you
he can-
fail?
That's
He
what
can
he did last
run, can't
time.
He can run.
So is he gone?
We're gonna Benny Hill this guy.
Yes, he's gone off into the
I
tunnels.
wonder why.
Follow him.
We will.
I should have killed him. Never mind.
Okay, then it's Morgan.
Fear check?
Sorry, I wasn't looking at
He's
the
on the
battle map,
ground.
I did that.
No, you
Fire.
used a thing. You're immune to psychology.
Yay!
didn't I?
What,
Just
forever?
ran off the
Awesome.
back.
And you only have to do it for per creature you're attacking. So it's the
Yeah,
same
it's
one.
the same creature, isn't it?
Same creature you've attacked.
Yeah, I failed it last time, and then I fortune pointed it, and then I like waved my sword at him and didn't.
No,
get
but you
anything.
used a
You used a
immune
resi-
psychology.
yeah,
psychology.
Now you have plus everything.
There we go.
Hey!
Actually, a pass.
Yay! Oh, hang on.
You do get like plus.
Oh no, hang on.
lots.
He's prone.
He's prone
So
and
plus
outnumbered
20,
3 to
and
1.
he's
Oh,
large
he gets to
and he's
defend.
outnumbered.
You
Yeah.
just get lots of bonuses.
Yeah.
So you get plus 40 for outnumbering, plus 20 for prone. So your skill is at plus 60.
Plus 20 for large?
I'm not looking at Pete.
No,
I'm
that's
looking at the
shooting.
camera.
No, that's shooting. And I got 2 success levels. So your melee skill is what?
Not great. Evidently.
47 plus 60.
No, that's 3.
No,
Oh, right,
47
yeah.
plus 60. That's 107. You rolled a 39. 3 from the 10. 7 success levels.
So I was ready to fight it, and it's fallen down. So I'm just gonna straight down onto it.
Absolutely. Cool. So you do
Damage?
7 success levels plus 4 plus your
Strength
strength
bonus.
bonus.
Mhm.
And your strength bonus is 2.
Yay!
Oh dear. So 6 plus 7, was it?
Mhm.
13. Okay. You stab it. But it's
Yay!
writhing around on the floor. on fire, and you don't quite kill it. Right.
But you did hit it.
I have blooded my blade.
I've got many people left.
It's half we left in this round, I think, and that's
So,
That's because that guy just cheesed it.
so he's outnumbered.
I can't believe you shot the wrong one.
So,
I'm sorry.
as a large creature, he can disengage without any penalties.
Yeah.
Hey, get over here, you
He's
hippie.
going to go and attack Harto. That's the only situation where he won't be outnumbered.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know the other situation would be if you just left?
Roll some dice.
Like fucking
So
maniac.
you
did
can
this guy.
defend with your
I
melee.
rolled 97, so should
You're
I
really
re-roll
good at
that?
Yes.
Oh,
14 point
you
there.
should.
How many fortune points do you have?
That was my last one.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 33.
Critical success.
I rolled a
I hit
33.
something.
Oh no.
Oh, what you? I'm assuming you're dodging, or are you?
I have
Don't
no
have a
way to
shield.
dodge.
Oh, okay.
Do you have
Okay.
a shield?
So,
No, he's holding a bow.
I'm holding it.
so you are doing a block with your melee
I don't know what the thing.
melee basic skill.
All right.
Um,
Which
What-
was
what-
when you're
32.
holding a bow.
What's your agility?
My
What else is he gonna
agility
use?
is 40.
Right.
I'm sure you would have to dodge. I would have thought.
Agility's much better because you don't get minus 20.
Oh, you can make a dodge roll without
Yeah.
the skill.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so your agility.
It's just your base agility.
A 40.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you
you
pass.
rolled 33,
Yeah.
so you got 1 success level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a critical success?
Yeah, 33. Well, it depends on what.
It is a critical success.
It is a
you
critical
will do a
success.
critical
Yeah.
because you passed.
Yep. As will I to you,
Yes.
because I passed.
Okay.
And I charged you for 1, and I've got 1 here, so I get 2 success levels. So
Okay.
I win.
Yeah.
So I also hit you for 4, 12.
You got 2 success levels, no? Because
Oh, you got advantage?
Oh, I've got
one.
one.
Advantage.
So
He
the
has one
person
from
with the
shooting.
higher stat who they're rolling on
40.
wins. 35.
40 for dodge.
So I
over
lose.
agility.
But we critical each other.
That's pretty good because you would have
First date.
Yeah.
you probably would have taken about 14
Oh, yeah, man.
points of damage then.
We're going to crit
That would
each
have been
other.
really bad.
that advantage, though.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You know what you've done? You've basically done the Lego thing of you've somersaulted over his head to dodge him and probably tried to put an arrow into his head.
Oh,
as he fell
I was
over.
more picturing like the Rocky ending.
Double punch. Okay.
So what am I
So
saying?
let's do your critical on him first.
Okay.
Position.
Where'd you hit him?
Chest or arm. Has to be.
16.
It's the arm.
So you could use a point of resilience to say it's 100
That's the wrong arm.
and just basically
Lop
pick
his
the
arm
highest,
off.
pick
With
the
the-
highest
fuck
one.
it. Don't.
Just
No,
do
I'm not
it.
going
Hey,
to burn through
He
it.
is seriously wounded.
Yeah.
So arm critical.
So
Roll high.
51.
He just
51.
whacked him with the bow. He
Clean
hasn't got
break.
It's a-
So you whacked him with the bow on his elbow, and
right on the funny bone.
Oh!
yeah,
We all felt that.
and there is a resounding crack through the room as this happens.
Please tell me you broke his arm.
He drops his weapon.
Before he
He's still
hit
he's still going to do a critical on you, and he gets a broken bone, minor injury. He's got a plaster. Yeah, you just broke his arm with your bow, and he is going.
Fimir.
Which arm did you hit him with?
Left.
Ah,
The left arm.
right. Okay, so you just broke his arm.
Okay.
Most Fimir are righties, as the model shows.
All of them. In fact.
Yeah.
So he's not going to kill me.
Oh, none.
No, wait. He's got to roll a difficult
One of them is
endurance
actually
test or gain a stunt
left-handed.
position.
It's just that he wants to fit in with his friends.
Yeah, but it must happen at the same time.
Giving
mustn't
it
it?
to
Okay.
So
you.
yeah, no, I'll just roll and see if he gets stunned. He doesn't. So he's going to roll a critical on you. So he's going to hit you in the 29,
Oh, hang on.
Right arm.
Sorry, what did you roll for your crit?
33.
You do nothing. Heartwind's in plate armor.
Are you in plate armor?
Yeah, I'm in plate armor.
Ah, yes. Okay, great. I'm really glad that you've all got plate armor.
We
No, only three of us.
Fuck off.
There are some
Only a
squishy
few
ones.
of us.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Four of
joking.
us.
Don't worry. It's great. Okay, so
So he ran up to hit me and broke his arm.
yes, he went. And you went. "Ugh."
Actually, to be fair, that's probably more likely. He elbowed him really hard on the plate armor. Crack! Oh, God!
Why would you wear such a thing under the pantaloon?
Giant metal codpiece.
That's a hell of a codpiece.
Okay, right. Okay, so Ooh.
I'm not doing a card piece.
Right. So, where were we?
I think it's my
It's
go.
now your go. Yeah.
So I can't get out of combat to shoot him.
Point blank.
You could disengage.
So that's my action, is it?
That is your action. You could move and prompt an attack.
Stab him at the bow.
Even though he's got broken
no.
arm.
He could just spend his advantage to move out of combat.
Oh, that is true.
Remember?
And then
We
you
And your
shoot
advantage,
him.
Oh, yes.
and your advantage is now 2.
No. He spends it. It's gone.
Yeah, but his advantage
All of
is
your-
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Until he spends it, it's 2.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
I will move out of combat by using my
So you're gonna,
advantages.
Like step back like this.
Not into
Yeah.
the stream.
Yeah.
Don't cross the street.
Splosh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Turn around and
Oh, hang
shoot him in
Hang on.
the
In his one eye. It's now, yes.
in blood.
There's now definitely a red component.
Now colour in
Yes.
Alvin.
Just put some.
No, wait.
Thank you.
I would like to
Directly
move
on your
around,
action thing.
so if the arrow hits
just
him or
move
glances him,
Morgan
it
and
would
Seigbert
also
out of the way.
go
It's just a
very
pile of-
near Alvin.
Alvin is standing in a small pile of blood,
Yeah.
based on the amount of blood that's hit him.
So
Right.
I guess there's no. I want to move in a place where he doesn't get any cover.
Then step.
Yeah,
that
no,
way.
you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Look, he's like on the edge.
Okay.
If you step there, you're like looking up this thing at the Fimir.
Yeah. So I'm point blank, which was plus 30, you say?
40.
40
Plus 40. At a
And he's
large
large.
creature,
plus
60.
20. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, plus 60 total.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can
And you need 120 or
I
something.
rolled 17
Oh!
With your bow skill
Hold on,
of
so what-
80.
80.
with my
And
bow
plus
skill
60.
of 80 plus
140.
Yeah.
So
Can I do
I
anything?
think the answer to that is
13 success
yes.
levels.
15, no?
And he's on 140.
Oh, 140, sorry.
And is that damaging? Does that mean... Oh, so yeah,
That
yeah,
adds
yeah.
on to his damage.
I don't think he wants to
No.
swap that.
Keep that.
Just gonna check. You can't oppose a range.
You can, but I think you might need a shield.
Oh yes, that's probably. He's gonna jump up so that his belly plate blocks it.
And it's in the body.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah. Ranged attacks cannot be opposed with melee skills unless you have a large enough shield, or if they are at point blank range, where it's also allowable
okay.
to dodge.
Oh, there you go.
So I can make an agility roll.
Alright.
They have an agility of 20.
It's possible.
No, you can't actually get enough advantages. You can't get enough advantages.
Alright.
That makes no sense
I failed.
logically. But
Yeah.
What's that?
say, like, why would it be easier to dodge when you're closer?
Because someone's standing next to you and goes, whoa, like that.
yeah, it's
it's
basically,
assumed
I
if
think
you're
it's you
fighting
seeing
and
them raise
someone-
a gun and try and step out of the way.
It's also the,
Dodge and
it's also the distance. If that's close, you only got to do a small movement to get out of the way.
That's true.
You can dodge a wrench.
Or possibly it is literally the fact that he's so close, you just go and pull the arrow out of his hand.
Okay, so
So
you
he dodges into the
yeah
arrow.
onto the arrow.
Yeah. So how many was
Braces
that?
on
So you got
So
13.
You got 13
So you got
success
13.
levels,
Success
plus your
levels.
strength bonus,
Of 3.
plus
16.
your 4 for your bow.
Yeah.
20.
20 points of damage.
Yeah. To his 17.
I
To
think
his
he might be
71.
bit deed.
Okay.
What's his 71?
71 is
that the body still?
still the body.
Okay. So
Work the body, folks.
the arrow comes out the other side
Carries on going
and sticks in a
hits the other guy.
stalactite. Sticks in a stalactite hanging from the ceiling,
Lost
and the
arrow.
creature looks at you stunned, and its eye closes.
No, wait. It goes through his chest. It takes his heart out with him.
Okay.
So his
Cool.
heart is attached to
Absolutely.
the stalactite.
And he turns
around
round
and goes.
But then it slips off the arrow and hits Alvin.
Yes! Yes, absolutely. Okay, cool. So, he's dead. Okay.
There's one left who's on fire.
And it's the end of the
and
round, so he takes 4 points of damage and has a 40% chance of dying.
Oh, did he?
No,
did
it's-
he
no, that
so
one's
he
just on
blades.
fire.
No, he's
He's a
on
blade.
fire.
Yeah, that's
but he
that's
doesn't have
bleeding
flesh
for
wound.
your
Oh,
thing.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
bleeding
So
for
he
you.
takes D10 wounds and
Plus
then-
3. Is he not?
No,
Oh no, he's
he's
only got one
bleeding.
level.
Yeah.
Why have I got 4 blaze down?
Because that the other one.
The other
That's
one
four
was
bleed.
on 4 bleed.
4 bleed.
Yeah.
This is where I roll low.
So yeah,
Morgan's gonna
roll a
be the fire.
D10.
8!
It does minus its toughness and armor, but it always takes at least one.
Yes.
So it takes one.
No,
Probably.
no, it takes 2.
Hey!
Yay!
Good job, Morgan.
Okay.
Someone was
Okay.
going
So
to.
it's like going rah on the floor. Right. Here we go. Alvin. It's your go in what should be the last round of combat. Should be.
It should be. Oh, well, I was just going to grab my spear and chase
Alan's
after the
probably
sorcerer.
gonna piss on the Fimir. So that he's
No,
not
no,
on
you
fire
can run off
anymore.
that way if you want.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it was on fire, I
I'm going to
would.
grab my spear
To put him out.
Okay.
and charge straight.
So you
Straight.
can go with your spear.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Right, Bagric, what are you doing?
After the shaman! And I'm running after the shaman.
Okay.
I'm literally just running helpful leather off.
Everyone's going to run off, and this guy's going to be lying there going.
You've got a 3.
It's fine, I've got this.
I wonder if I'll die.
yes.
I wonder if I'll survive.
Stab.
Who knows?
Okay, Torvald, what are you doing?
Following Bagric.
No, actually, I'm going to go towards the middle.
Aha. Okay. You move up.
Very carefully.
This
not
thing
backing up.
stinks,
Mhm.
and sitting in like a scratched out bowl in the rock, there is it looks like a deer. Its head is gone. The legs are kind of splayed as the whole rib cage has been opened from underneath, sort of lying on its back. A lot of the bones, and you can see now the skull of what was the head, have been turned into this kind of strange effigy in the middle.
Mhm.
Water is pooling around it, and as it does, you can see that there is something about this icon that is corrupting it.
Mhm.
And then the water is flowing away off, as you can see, the
Yep.
green trickle through the cavern.
That's fine.
How is that fine?
It's not fine.
Well, the description
Yes.
is acceptable.
That was fine.
Good.
Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
Everything's
thank
fine.
you.
Seigbert, what are you doing?
I'm going to walk over to where Torvald is as well.
You're not going to
Actually,
hit the he's still alive.
He's still alive, is he?
Yeah.
Really,
Then
I
walk off.
really want to heal myself. Yeah, I'll hit him.
You'll be able to do that in a minute.
Once he's dead.
So he's outnumbered. Prone.
Number 2 to 1. So that's 2 or 4?
I'm
Two.
helping.
2. I got 4
Yes.
advantage, and yeah, he's prone. So 99. I use a fortune point because
You
I
like
at
that,
the
I know.
end, and I've got 2 left anyway.
Yeah.
27. That's a lot better.
I failed.
I'm going to guess.
You're going to go what?
I'm going to guess it's a bit smushed.
12 plus 7 plus 9.
28 points of damage. Jeez.
Remember when I said I'm guessing it's a bit smushed?
And when did you hit him? In the 72s?
In the 72, so body, isn't it?
Chest.
Surely it should be hit me Seigbert one more time.
Yeah.
That's savage.
You hit it so hard that the splash of blood hits Alvin.
In the back
You
of the
knocks
head.
him down. You hit it so hard
That his head
that
pops
the
off.
other people in the room think there's a small earthquake. It's lying on the floor, and your hammer comes down
Through his chest,
Yes.
into the thing underneath.
into
Does
the
he
ground,
actually crack the ground?
cracks the ground, and you guys are for a moment like, "Whoa!"
I think I might know what that was.
Yeah, standing next to it.
You saw it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I put my foot on his head and like
Right.
wrench
So
the hammer
that
back
is
in.
all the creatures dead
On the rib
or
cage.
escaped. So that is the end of
Just softly
the
sizzling.
battle. So I'll switch the power now.
Hands
Okay.
up who got hit.
So,
Hands up who got hit.
well, 2 people are still running off down the corridor.
Yeah, I'm not stopping.
We just
No, we're going.
Okay.
And
So
I've got a
you've got
flaming
another-
shield to light my way.
Okay. So the 2
Ran off with a Christmas pudding.
main warriors run off into the corridor,
And you'll
in
be
the
able to
darkness.
follow the trail of blood as it's dripping
As
off
they're
of
running,
me.
as they're running off, like, stay safe!
And I can see in the dark.
And what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna heal.
I'm going to follow at a bit of a distance because I'm going to
depending on where the wounds are, or even yourself, I don't mind. How do you normally do this? Oh, you're gonna have to roll for me if you heal me, so maybe I should just heal first.
Ooh, burn.
Helping.
I'll heal you, you heal me. See what happens.
Okay.
Heal check.
Okay.
Check off.
Oh, that wasn't great.
Wrong game.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's Morpheus.
Do I get to
Enemy
use my
vessels.
No. Advantage is gone now. It's end of combat. Unless you're attacking, Morgan. I heal you with my hammer!
attacking
Boom!
with
Oh, sorry, I was in
bandages.
Attacking him with bandages.
Like trying to, no, just jamming them into his mouth.
Yeah.
Choke!
Go.
It's not awful, but it's not really.
No.
Did you pass though? That's
No.
the thing.
What's your intelligence? Okay.
That kind of
Makes it feel any
size
better.
said it all.
I didn't pass either. I don't know
Yay!
what not passing actually does for heal tapping.
Nothing. You basically
You
just
don't
If
heal.
you fumble, you like put your finger in, poke them in the eye or something.
I missed it by
So you've got a bit of...
Don't worry, I'll heal you.
Got a
Why's your
bit of
finger up my nose?
3 points.
Yeah, you're looking a bit rough.
Which
You're looking a
finger
bit rough
did I?
too. Should we
Which
go
finger
for the-
did I prod you with?
Wait, we're both still
Oh
bleeding.
dear. Okay.
No, we're not bleeding.
Maybe you should move away from the blood.
Not as a condition.
You're not bleeding.
Because
However,
I can do something about that.
the priests make intuition
Are you sure about this?
intuition rolls at +20.
I'm
Nope.
good.
Oh, critical.
Critical fail. I'm still annoyed about the fact that I haven't stopped
Nope.
bleeding.
You asked me to do priesty stuff. I rolled a 9.
Okay, cool. Right. There is no doubt in your mind, and obviously this is quite obvious to everyone in the room, but you know
That's where the bad stuff's coming
that this
from.
is corrupt and it needs like purifying, sanctifying,
I've got
burning.
that kind of thing.
Is that like with a burning hammer?
Pop.
That's what I was thinking of doing.
Oh, holy water. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's
Are you
I
gonna,
was
are you
gonna
gonna
say
like
fire.
remove the effigy first? Just drag it out before
No.
you...
I'm thinking blessed oil and a very, very blessed hammer.
It's fine. I've got the oil. You've got the hammer.
To be fair, yeah,
You're
that's
being
pretty.
talked to.
I could just hit it. And go everywhere then.
Get
gonna
shards of chaos
You're
bone in
going
your
to
face.
shatter everyone with green goo.
Go out with a splash.
Not us. Not us by that point. We're gone.
last game.
Okay, is anyone getting close to it to try to examine it? I mean, Torvald, you're there. Make
Yeah.
a... Make
Oh,
a...
we're headed in
I
that
was gonna go.
direction.
I was gonna go over there after.
Perception.
Yeah. We're out of the room. We've gone.
Yeah, you guys are running off. You can... It's
No,
running
no,
away.
no.
I was doing that thing where you speak and you don't notice, and I move the characters. And I was going to get right up behind him. And I was
Okay.
going to be like, "We're going to
Like
hit him!"
like in a previous game.
Yeah, like
Okay.
in a previous incarnation of our combat.
Pass the perception check.
Okay, as you get closer to it, and I mean, it's disgusting, but it's kind of fascinating in a way, because it's like, what is doing this?
Slightly worryingly fascinating. Yeah.
You can
Morbidly.
see now, down where this effigy is kind of thrust into the organs of the deer, which is what is probably holding it up, that there is a faint green glow from between the bones that are kind of, it's like almost like a little cage has been made. Not literally, but between the things, and there's a little bit of warpstone, it looks like, in there you can see. I mean, it looks like warpstone. It may not be warpstone, it could just be another
just be a
glowing
detail.
green rock.
Might be Kevin's
Yeah.
dice.
Purely
It might
coincidental.
be plutonium.
So
Might be
warp
critical.
stone.
We're fucked either way, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make an endurance roll at +20.
I ran off with the lead box, by the way. I'm sorry.
So you're going around here.
Oh, yeah, we're long
Well,
gone by that point.
You're kind of round here at this point. These guys are.
I don't know, heal tests and stuff, they take time.
Oh yeah, they take time.
Yeah, so we are probably long gone.
Pete, as well. It says if you're healing during combat, tests will likely be challenging, +0. So does that mean we should get plus something to them? It
Oh,
wasn't
if they're
during
not doing
combat.
Oh,
combat.
possibly, because it's
Oh, yeah.
longer.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
be challenging.
Would it
So
be
it'd be
easy
easy
to
then,
say
plus
plus
20.
20?
Yeah, well then I...
Whoa.
I think that means they
Pass.
both
That's a
pass.
pass.
Yeah.
I passed a roll.
Yay!
So then it's success level plus intelligence bonus number of moves.
Yeah,
back.
success
It's not very-
level
it's
was
not a lot.
nothing, but you know,
One.
intelligence bonus.
You got one success level.
Okay.
I got 1.
So 4.
No, I got 2 actually because it's you don't count the units. So I got 2 plus 4, so 6. 6 wounds.
4.
I got 4 wounds.
That's good. Yay!
Cool. So the healing was done.
Team priest.
Team priest. It was just chilling out, hanging out, talking about gods and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which is
you
the point,
guys,
doesn't it?
you guys. I mean, Morgan, you more than Seigbert, noticed that Torvald seems to be getting quite close to what is this kind of clearly chaos effigy.
Badness.
He's a dwarf.
He's not stupid though. You know this about him
Yeah.
already. Bagrick's stupid. Torvald is.
Whoa!
Bagrick isn't stupid.
Whoa!
I think the term head.
Bagrick Bagric would see bad thing and go,
I can see some. I can see some comments coming your way.
Oh yeah. No, I love Bagric.
Don't diss the Bagric.
hey, Bagric's a very sensible man. Looks bad, burn it.
Burn it.
If in doubt, Torvald, what do we do?
So, the three of you are chasing the Fimir shaman through the tunnels. And you get into a network of natural tunnels, and it starts to get difficult to tell which corridor the sounds are coming from, because as it starts to split and break, it's almost as if this creature knows these tunnels. However, you're with a dwarf.
I'm just sticking close to the dwarf.
So we'll have a... Oh, let's have a look.
I'm probably removing my helmet as I'm running, so I can hear where it is.
Yeah, I was thinking outdoor survival. Because that's kind
not
of...
really
Is there a
attacking.
navigation? Yeah, there's navigation. There you go, navigation. Make a navigation roll.
Yes.
I've got a shadow skill. as
4
well,
success
so I can
levels.
You should have
shadow
wrong dwarf, but he
movers
passed it.
to, like places.
Can I just make a stick
Make a roll.
close to the dwarf?
Alright.
You can.
Because I'm not actually trying to follow.
Make a plus 80 perception roll to spot the dwarf running.
I passed.
Oh,
I
here's
know.
a dwarf
Don't,
running.
don't.
It's like
gonna say,
Bagric's like just chasing someone through tunnels. Oh, that way!
I'm just following the dwarf.
No, I failed.
Okay. You can hear them, but it is starting to get a bit sort of difficult to tell. Oh, hello. Which direction things are coming from. But you guys are following them. Priests. Priesty corner.
Yep.
What's going on in Priest corner?
Ooh, priesty.
I'm going to that effigy anyway.
Yeah.
Once we're done touching each other.
Touch me.
Oh, this is all gone weird.
I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah.
It won't be the same.
I know, right?
I'll just send random texts during.
Morgan's going to miss
Oh,
your
yeah.
touch.
Thursday night texts from Kev. Okay.
No,
I
from
can think of a
Seigbert.
From
song.
Seigbert. Okay, from Seigbert. Need to set up a
I've got to go over
Seigbert
and
Twitter
check out,
account.
check out that effigy.
Seigbert Twitter account.
No, it's carrier pigeon. Come on.
Okay.
Pigeon.
You gonna what? You're gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best quality pigeon.
No, it's bigger and it's blacker.
You don't need to move the miniatures then. So Seigbert and Morgan, you go over to this FG and you can also see this kind of green, faint green glow.
And
Moving the
lamp
miniatures.
oil.
Toys. Thank you for moving the miniatures.
You could bottle some of this and sell it. It's alright, I'm not here, I'm with the dwarf.
It's fine, I'm doing Alvin's job. Lamp oil.
Is that holy
approves this
oil?
plan.
No, I've got holy water or I've just got
Holy water,
It's
okay.
not
Okay.
holy oil. I could bless it.
It's up to you.
That's it.
Do you reckon you could
That's
bless it?
GM speak for do it now.
Well, we're gonna get
It
Sigmar's
won't
holy
horribly backfire.
fire of
Yeah, I still
This
have.
only has to kill one.
Presumably.
Yeah.
In theory, I would have had 2 rounds left, even after the healing of thingy. So is my hammer still?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So if you're quick, then you can do your
Mhm.
bless, or you're doing your lamp oil. What do you
I
want
don't
to
know
do?
how dodgy is Torvald looking. Is
No,
he
no,
like,
he's a dwarf. He looks fine.
"Ooh."
No, he's like, oh.
Or,
Also, to be fair, he's probably got his helmet on still.
No, I'll take. To be fair, I don't think I had the helmet on the whole time. Actually,
what?
Damn!
Bagric's going to have words.
Yeah.
I was tracking things. It was easier.
Remember, when fighting
Words are-
Fimir, put metal on face.
No, to be fair, Torvald has probably got this.
Also, hit
Got a
them in
slight.
the
Got this
arm,
look
then
on
the
his face that
chest.
just goes, "This isn't good. This really isn't good." Oh dear.
Hartwin's
Let's
run off
explain
with the lead box.
I have. Sorry.
Well,
I
just
didn't know
walking
it
up
was
to
there.
it, I don't know that there's anything in it necessarily. Apart from that it's
That's a
wrong
good
and
point.
bad.
You've not encountered Warpstone before.
It's wrong and it's
I
bad.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two have.
But there's a rib cage.
No, so there's a big split rib cage of a creature, and then coming out of it, there's like someone's wrapped lots of bones and entrails together into like a tall standing
Weirdness
effigy
thing.
with like a skull
Knock
and
it
stuff
over
on
with
it.
a sword.
17.
Okay. You having your kind of limited attunement to magic, being more through the blessing of Sigmar, you think you recognise this as Warpstone. You can sense the chaotic presence.
We need the box. I can't destroy this.
Can you not? Is it not? Will it not do it? I mean, like in the next turn or so.
Hey.
Will it not do it?
Just hit the warpstone with your giant flaming
And I'll hit it with pieces of warp stone.
Yeah, then we'll hear an explosion.
Yeah.
Boom!
No.
Nuclear
Three new
strike
characters.
detected.
We can hand it over to like a
Party
senior
lost.
priest.
Yeah.
You could shout after me to come back, and
You could do.
Oh, we've probably got. By the time they've fannied around with all that, though, we are miles
healed
away.
each other.
Okay.
so it's-
Outdoor survival rolls at minus
Outdoor
20.
survival, or
Yes.
okay,
navigation.
not.
Oh, navigation. Sorry, yes, navigation at minus 20.
I rolled a 5.
oh, thank you.
Two success levels.
Okay.
What am I rolling on?
Outdoor survival.
Outdoor
No,
navigation.
navigation.
Navigation. It's in the skill list. It's
Yes.
alphabetical.
I can still follow.
I rolled 31.
Sorry.
I can still follow the dwarf.
You're following the dwarf.
Is it a plus anything? or just
This
challenging roll?
creature clearly knows these tunnels, and you are having trouble keeping up with it, and you are getting further into these tunnels, and further away from the rest of the party. You know, though, from your rock cunning and your underground
My experience of
intuition,
mining, yeah.
that they are heading. These tunnels are heading
Deeper
in
into
the
the Black
direction
Hills.
of the castle.
Oh, you don't want to go that way. You end up straight in the castle.
Hello.
Come in and meet the missus.
Do I reckon that
Let us
I,
not go there.
that I could
It is a
find the
silly
castle
place.
by going through the tunnels to get to it?
You think you could get in the vicinity? You don't know if there are tunnels that lead into the castle, as it were, or if there's a cave there. But yes, there are tunnels that probably go that far.
All right.
Let's go back.
I'm going to come to a halt, and I'm just going to.
You bump into Bagric.
All right.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not like instantly. I have to kind of
I know.
slow down because of momentum, armor.
Put the brakes on.
Initiative to see whether I realise that Bagric is slowing down.
He's heading for the He's heading near the castle. He's gonna. Unfortunately, the bugger can outrun us. And I'm going to go over to the wall and basically using the mining tools that I got off Romilda, I'm going to start making marks in the wall.
Okay.
Basically, so I know where
Bagric
I'm
was
going.
here.
No, basically, I
Yeah,
make
yeah.
directions.
Like a big
effectively.
arrow, as well.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like a dwarf room.
Yeah, yeah,
but
sure,
It's
sure.
basically like this
effectively saying, "Oh, this was here. He went that way." Blah blah
basically castle
Mhm.
that way kind of thing.
blah. Cool.
And as we kind of head back, I'm going to basically put runes along at various points along the wall, so I know where
Cool.
I'm going.
Okay, so while you guys have been looking at the effigy for a few minutes, after a little while you hear them returning into the chamber.
Also, what's the rock?
Limestone.
It's limestone.
All
yeah.
limestone.
Yeah, yeah. That's why you get these natural caves. And
In my
tunnels.
assessment,
Mhm.
as an experienced miner, is it good for construction? I mean, is it like decent seams of limestone?
yeah, what you've seen some
'Cause
fairly
I was
good
basically
sort of
looking to see if we could get a
pavement
source of
areas
material
where
for
you
the
could get
temple.
good, clean blocks from.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think this would be a solid place to get.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Solid
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
As a rock.
Cool.
It's a special episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all back in the room.
They're all special.
They're all special.
Ooh, I go, oh, that looks like Whoopstone. I've got a box for that.
Well, as we kind of walk back in, the bugger can outrun us. It looks like he was heading for the castle.
We found the source of the plague. It's more warpstone. And
I
entrails.
bloody knew it! Stomp up to the thing.
I leave you for 2 episodes and you land up finding more Whoopstone. Jesus.
Lucky someone
Sigmar.
arranged. Lucky someone arranged a lead box.
That's true.
Isn't that good? I don't know how I got this. Or where I was in the intervening time.
Let me get the tongs.
Oh yeah, you've still got the tongs.
We've
haven't
still
you?
got lead tongs. 'cause
Okay,
we
well you're
never
going to
got
have
them.
to smash this thing to get it out because it looks like it's kind of all the bones and sinew and
Well,
stuff
I
has been
wanted
tied
to
together
knock
around
it
it.
over
Okay.
with my sword.
Yep.
And then, depending on how tall is it, and whether
It's probably
'cause,
about
to,
5
like,
foot.
pull it out of the water
Sure. Yeah.
because they've carved like
You
a
can
gully.
kind of stick your sword in
and,
between
like,
some of
just-
the bones and pull it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
You might want to give Torvald the box, Manling.
So that's before they've got back. So you've already done that.
Mhm.
What do you want to do next? You want to?
Or is the warpstone in the stuff? Can I
Yeah. So it's like
Can I do a prayer of courage on
Morgan.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Just in case funky willpower stuff happens. Fortune point, I have 2 left. Yeah, lots of success. We all have it!
Yay!
Well, the 3 of us. Wait,
In the room.
yeah, 3 of us are in the room.
Yeah. Okay, it's lying on the floor. The fires are just dimming on your hammer now, Seigbert.
So knock it over,
Yep.
and then if it's got the stones in that bit or in the water bit?
No,
or...
in the bit that you've pulled out. So the FG you've pulled out, it's like a big construct of bones, sinew all wrapped together, and in there, somewhere in there, is like a little bit of warp stone, and you can see it glowing out between the gaps in the bones.
Right.
Yeah. So that's lying on the floor now. So you think you'll have to smash that to like get to the warp stone, if you want to get to the warp stone. And you always want to get to the warp stone.
I can't leave it there.
Well, I know that we've got a box somewhere among the party.
Yes, I mean they've just returned, and Hartwin does have a lead box. In his
Yeah, and
pocket.
you've told us there's warpstone, hence I'm walking up holding tongs.
So,
Yes.
Let's
well,
put
if they're
this
coming back now anyway.
Warpstone into the lead box.
Well, if they're coming back now anyway, then yeah, we want to get the stones into the box, and then I want to burn the rest of all of the...
How sturdy does the box look?
It's not great.
It's a quick.
Okay.
It's a quick lead
So-
box. Are you going to squeeze it together with the tongs?
Yeah, gently at first. I'm not trying to go
Sure,
smash. I'm just
yeah.
trying to break it so we
Yeah.
can get inside.
Sure.
I'll prepare the lead box.
You might want to hand it to Torvald Manling.
Push it
So you're going to
to
crack it. You're going to crack the bones.
Yeah.
Get the warpstone out with the tongs.
Donk.
Put it in the thing.
I'm going to find a seeky little side tunnel and go for a was.
Okay. You go off over there.
Yeah.
Find
Pollute-
3 more from here.
And pollute the water in a different way.
Yeah.
I might have a bit of a clean some blood off.
That's probably good.
With your wax.
Well, to be fair, we did all
You do,
tie
yeah.
soaked rags round our
Oh,
faces
that's a good
before we
point.
came
My
in.
son did, like
You didn't.
a couple of days ago.
Probably
We
soak
lay him
rags.
down to
Yeah.
change
Because it helps you
nappy,
resist
and
the
he wheezed
powers of
right in
bad
his
stuff.
face, right in his eye.
Okay.
He just carried on for like
So-
a few seconds. It was spectacular.
You remove the warpstone and you put it in your crappy lead box. And
It was crap.
well, it's not
You didn't
great.
make it.
It's not great. And then you close that up. You pull the
I want to
FGs
fish
to the
as
side.
much of that crap out of there as
Yep.
I can,
Okay.
and then I'm going to torch that,
Okay.
and then let it catch the oil that goes down the rest of wherever and take that as well.
Okay.
That'd be
Cool.
a pretty big.
Alvin will be pleased.
Yeah. So there is a whoosh of fire.
So is the stuff actually flammable?
There seems to be like some sort of essence. It's not like
Yeah, we
We're
weren't
going
sure.
to turn it
But
into
you're
a gas.
pouring
We knew it
oil
looked
into it.
oily, but we didn't realise the river was oil.
Very like it would have to have some kind of propellant to make it start. So pouring oil on it, setting it all on fire, you get a bit more oomph in it,
Cool.
and it starts burning down the stream.
Once we've got it in the box, once we've got the
Yeah.
box, just
It's a miracle.
just to help things along, I'm gonna basically tie the box closed with
Okay.
leather something or something. that
Yep. Strap it all up.
Strap
so
it all up,
Okay.
and then I'm basically gonna go. I'm gonna go to the 2 priests and ask them to bless it,
Yeah.
bless the box, both Sigmar and
I
More,
thought you were
to
asking us
protect
bless
it.
your thumb.
Because any protection,
Okay.
better protection this box can give
Get
to
up,
what's inside it,
use
the
a
better.
Blessing.
And while I don't necessarily believe it,
I was thinking
I've
that,
seen
yeah.
the power
Hold on.
Yes.
now.
Absolutely.
Hold on, no,
Over the
don't
box.
you have hardiness?
Yeah, toughness.
Yeah. Tough. Make.
Well, I was gonna.
Tough ass
Well, the
box.
reason I was doing righteousness is because magic weapon. So make the box into a magic weapon. It's less likely to break.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
A
But
bit
she
of
can
road
do-
round it.
And then we
Morgan
could hit
can
people
do
with it.
righteousness.
Yeah.
So you make the box into a
Yeah,
magic
into a
weapon,
mace.
and I'll make
I
it
was going
tougher.
to say,
Put it on the end of an arrow.
like a
Then
flail
we
with a big
throw
best
it.
chain on it. Chain.
That's
Not a good idea.
You hit other people.
Put a handle on it. It could be my
That's how
second
they
hammer.
do
Dual wielding. Warpstone hammer. Holy hammer. Definitely gonna go well.
I'm going to turn you into chaos. Now I'm going to cleanse you.
I
You're
get
not
a bonus to hit
you're not
chaos,
evil.
so you're
You're not
chaos.
evil.
It'd be nice nice and pure first, and then really turn you to chaos.
If you're not evil now, you are.
You're going to kill people with their indecisiveness about their allegiances. It's like, oh, what do I do?
Chaos undecided.
Cake or death? Oh, I lied. Death or death?
Tea and cake or death.
Okay, cool. So, I think we'll leave it there.
I blessed the box.
You bless the box. The priests bless the box. And you have defeated another enclave of Fimir warriors.
The wrong one.
But you allowed the shaman to escape.
No, Heartwind allowed the shaman to escape. Everyone else was busy.
It's true, it was Heartwind.
So,
Always the critic.
okay, excellent. Right.
Did one shot.
Well,
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
No, I probably didn't.
He
Don't forget my vision is like this.
Yeah. Okay, right, anyway, thank you very much for joining us on episode 9 of Flint and Steel. We had a lot of fun in that session.
That's fine, by the same token,
Sorry
you
if it was a
didn't
bit
see me
chaotic.
horribly fail at everything.
You hit that one guy.
Nothing.
You healed me.
I did.
We will see you in 2 weeks for more Flint and Steel.
2 weeks!
2 weeks!
2 weeks
yes.
in a day.
Yeah, well, no,
Yes,
this will still go out on Saturday and the next one will 2 weeks on Saturday. Anyway, don't forget to check out our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please join us on our Discord to talk all things to do with role-playing and specifically more about maps at the moment. Go and check out our Patreon. Doing loads of stuff with adventure locations, with maps and adventure hooks and all kinds of stuff. You can also get them on DriveThruRPG, which there's a link for below, and our Redbubble as well, where you can get throw pillows with character sheets on. Yay! And cool mugs.
Cool. And notebooks.
And notebooks.
Before you do a final sign-off, can we just say goodbye to Kevin, please?
Yes.
Because he is. So goodbye, Kevin.
Kevin! He loves you! I'm gonna miss you so
I may be
much!
You were the best of
us!
Thank you, Kevin, for being Seigbert and a valuable member of the team. And a great all-round guy.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Pete.
So I won't.
So I'm not going to.
Cheers.
It's been great gaming with you guys.
Thank you. Right, excellent.
Take your mug with you. Never forget.
But if plans work out, this
Oh,
won't
yes.
be the last you see of Seigbert.
Dun dun dun!
Or Kevin.
I was just going to say Seigbert then, I would have been sad.
Well,
Cheers!
I will NPC your character for a little while.
Yeah.
He's going to be a real dickhead next episode. No.
I mean...
Oh yeah, so in character.
It's going to be really nice next episode.
Anyway. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Flint and Steel. Bye-bye!